I think the worst part was finding out through social media and then getting the actual official email like 3 hours later.
Yep.
It was like, cool. I love that my community and everyone that's associated with me found out before the actual fucking people in charge told me themselves. That's fine, I guess.
It was similar to me, because I got like told by a load of people, this'll affect you, and I was like, but I've had nothing. I have not had a single thing. So at first, my brain went, it must just be Americans that are affected. I'll be read.
Yeah.
Also, straight up,
was
Papa,
I?
I had the same, because even as a Canadian, there's some things where I'm like, is this an American-only thing, or is this going to be affecting everybody? Let's find out.
Yeah.
And then it's like, shit.
It was funny as well, because I was away with work at the time, and I was like in the middle of nowhere, basically, so I had no signal. And as I was driving away from the shoot, just in my van, just driving back down from this fucking like Welsh hillside, just fucking going down, and my phone just went ting, 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 and I went, what the fuck's happened? I was like, oh, someone's
like,
really
well,
liked one of my
something's going
videos. Clicked on it, and it's just like, what the fuck?
It was just Firmageddon.
Yeah, pretty much.
I found out through Discord from like a community member, and like I was like tuning in between like work, and I was like, oh great, nice messages, and I was like, oh, not nice a message, oh no.
Welcome into this episode of Dead's Podcast. I'm your host, Atramentum_X, Furry streamer and vtuber. This is episode 57, and we're talking yet again about censorship, but this time from the furry and pet plate perspective. We've assembled a lovely, talented panel today of fancy creators who are, or former fancy creators, who are going to talk about their experiences as well as their identity as a furry and their love of pet play. So it's a bit of both. Not everyone here is a furry, not everyone here is the pet play, but we got both on today's podcast.
Mm-hmm.
With me, as always, is my co-host, Lady Mystique. Say hi, Mystique.
Hi, everyone. Good to be here.
Our co-host, Lady Mystique, has a background in sexology. They are a fixture on the podcast, and they're here to bring their wisdom to today's panel.
Mm-hmm.
Did I leave anything else out, Mystique?
No. I think we're good.
Fantastic. With that in mind, we'll start with introductions. We'll go left to right, starting with the couch. So we'll start with Johnny Jellyjaw. Johnny, tell us a bit about yourself.
Hi, everybody. I'm Johnny Jellyjaw, TheGoonerGoo. I am the creator of a series of videos going over horny mods, horny resources, things for gooners to get access to porn, things that like, kink games, and just general kink lifestyle, stuff like that. And I also stream on Fanzion occasionally. These days, you won't see the get footage for those videos.
No.
Thank you, Johnny. Johnny is my lewd game shaman, always coming up with cool ideas and funny little stuff to do on the adult sites.
I traded my soul to dark sex demons. Worth it.
Yeah, I got a really great
It's
deal.
me, I'm the dark sex demon.
Damn.
More like a tan
Yeah,
sex demon. But still.
Damn.
I'm sorry, Mystique, I interrupted you.
Oh, no, I said I got a really great deal because I'm a demon.
Of course. Next up, we've got Rain the Mouse.
Hello. I am your local MILF mouse. I do a variety of things and with varying levels of quality on a multitude of different saucy sites. Primarily on the Blue Heart site, which has caused a fair amount of disturbance amongst our force. But yes, no, I do a mixture of audio content. I do a mix of IRL and VTuber-based content as well. I do videos, I do gameplay, and I do lots of fun things with my mouth, so.
Fantastic. Raina is a fixture on this podcast, having made, I think, at least 7 appearances so far. Most recently on the Sex Work Pivot, or actually, no, the 50th episode, probably. One of those.
Which was wild. Thank you so much for inviting me to that. Everyone,
that was still one of my favorite episodes.
It was such a good time.
And according to my list, Johnny last appeared on the Non-Stop and Nut episode, keeping your audience engaged.
Yeah, I'm trying to... Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, no, never mind. It just left my head.
Oh, no. All good. Next up, we've got KaimiHoe.
I'm Kaim, Dinky Papa, always striving to be good as girl. I was mainly on Twitch and then I swapped over to Blue Site, but I do both IRL and VTubing content. I'm currently rebranding, but yeah, I do a lot of puppy girls, emphasis on girl, unfortunately. And yeah, I just try to be your dumb gooner good girl, maybe goose girl sometime. Yeah.
Oh, honk.
The natural pipeline. We all move towards the gooning.
Either
Goose.
become crab or goose.
This is Kai's second appearance on the podcast. They last appeared on episode 34, the Unsay-So episode. Don't remember what that one's about. Thank you, Kai. And last but not least, the absolute unit in the corner, Papa Welsh.
Good evening. Yeah, so I'm, as one of my friends says, the purveyor of artisanal porn. I think is the way of saying it. No, I just make fun stuff on VR and stream on Fansly every once in a while, playing games and messing about with some mates, and, you know, getting off while doing it. It's good fun.
Speaking of VR, Papa Welsh recently appeared on episode 38, which was the VR episode, which was done in VR, actually.
Yeah.
We were overdue to do another one of those.
It was good fun.
Yeah. Well, Papa Welsh also appeared on the first episode with Raina, actually, back on episode 30.
Yeah, along with Raina and Johnny, they're like our go-to panel for furry stuff.
Indeed. Yes. And, a lot has changed since then. Most notably over the summer.
Yep.
The
Whatever do you mean? I've not changed it.
Absolutely nothing.
Thanos
God,
snapping all of the
everything's
furries out of
Everything is
existence.
fine. There is no war in Ba Sing Se.
Very good.
Yeah, no, I remember vividly when that happened. I was going into a baseball game, actually. And, I was, on Twitter, saw, a post about it, and I'm like, that's probably just people overreacting. Got out of the game 3 hours later, and it was, an absolute meltdown everywhere.
It was
I nearly had an
apocalypse.
emotional breakdown over that whole thing. No, that was a rough. That was a rough week.
No, absolutely.
Yeah,
it was
I
absolute
distinctly remember
madness.
I got informed about it. I saw someone post about it on I think it was on Blue Sky, and within the 2 minutes since I saw the post and had just started reading it, I got 10 messages going right now, and I'm like, uh-oh.
Oh, no.
I'm like, how in trouble am I? I'm like,
To the
fuck.
force.
When I first got it, my friend showed me. I'm like, "There's no way this is true. It must be a mistake or something.
Right.
They're gonna retract or clarify." So
Or
I
one
was
of
like,
those rumors.
I was in denial at first, but then when it sunk in, I was like, "Oh my god, this is real."
I think the worst part was finding out through social media and then getting the actual official email 3 hours later.
Yeah.
It was like, cool. I love that my community and everyone that's associated with me found out before the actual fucking people in charge told me themselves. That's fine, I guess.
Yeah, it was similar to me, because I got told by a load of people, this'll affect you, and I was like, but I've had nothing. I have not had a single thing. So at first, my brain went, it must just be Americans that are affected. I'll be read.
Yeah.
Also,
How
straight
wrong
up,
was
Papa,
I?
I had the same, because even as a Canadian, there's some things where I'm like, is this an American only thing, or is this going to be affecting everybody? Let's find out.
Yeah.
And then it's like, shit.
It was funny as well, because I was away with work at the time, and I was in the middle of nowhere, basically, so I had no signal. And as I was driving away from the shoot, just in my van, just driving back down from this fucking Welsh hillside, just fucking going down, and my phone just went ting, 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 and I went, what the fuck's happened? I was like, oh, someone's
like,
really
well,
liked one of my
something's going on.
videos. Clicked on it, and it's just oh, what the fuck?
It was just Firmageddon.
Yeah, pretty much.
I found out through Discord from a community member, and I was tuning in between work, and I was like, oh great, nice messages, and I was like, oh, not a nice one message, oh no.
And, how strongly did you identify as a furry, Kai? Or did you?
I mean, So technically, I technically only identify as dog girl, but I mean, I'm not opposed. Technically, I did start liking adjacently pet play into furry territory first. I had a fursona that was actually a bunny, unironically.
Oh,
Oh, really?
So it was a succubus bunny. Succubus bunny, haha.
Ooh, we like that.
Yeah. Long ago. But I just always realized that, with kink, because I was always kind of kinky, that, pet play was kind of that identification with me. And then, therefore, I was like, oh my god, after my 9 to 5, I could just be dog. So.
Me want to go to bed, but
Honestly,
leave me
I've
happy.
always also sort of considered myself more adjacent furry than full furry. Like,
Right.
I have a lot of friends in the fandom. I've hung out in the cons and had a few fursonas. But being honest, I started and I've always been there for the porn.
Dude,
and
Furry porn hits different, bro.
Yeah,
It just,
man.
it
The
just
artists.
does.
The artists, the
Oh.
animators, the freaking
some are
sound.
amazing.
They are
Like,
so
oh
passionate.
yeah, very talented people.
Crazy.
Like, even just on an artistic level, it's some
Mhm.
really good stuff. But yeah, that's sort of where I've always been as well.
I mean,
it's
listen, if I
fantastic.
always had a sugar daddy to ever give me a fursuit of my fursona, I would do it, you know?
Oh, same, absolutely, same.
Exactly.
Like,
Oh, if they're offering, you should upsell to a mersuit at that point.
oh
Yes.
yeah, oh, that's a
Fin
fursuit that you
folk.
can have fun in, after
Yeah,
dark
exactly.
fun.
It comes with relations optional spacing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
One of
I
my
like how that
friends has been
description
fucking
was that was like
begging me to
light
do
bulb.
that shit.
You can just hear like the mathematics
No,
going on.
I'm just out here
It's
like, aren't they all things gonna run in? Just just
Oh.
unzip here.
Oh
and
my
Oh my
go
god,
at
summer
it.
child, I need to take you to a
Secret
furry
secret
convention.
society.
Some of
It's
them
an
are
option.
far
I'm
too
like, isn't
expensive
hanging
to
out
do
with
that
You
your
head
shit.
first
friends
into a cuddle
fun?
room.
I just imagine they left the heads on and just took the suit off or something. I don't know. I'm not.
I mean, that also
If you don't want to
happens.
break the
That's the
bank, then
thing.
yeah, that totally works.
That is
Partials are
an option.
100% valuable.
But when there's a will, there's a way.
Exactly.
Also, they're great for winter because it's so warm.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Mhm.
I'm so cold right now. Like I said,
Sleep in it.
Chihuahua shakes. Would love that.
Aw.
I'm a bit chilly tonight. Slips into fursuit to go bed.
Yes. Let me
Man, that
slip
actually
into
sounds
something more
so
comfortable.
comfy. Oh my god! Imagine
I want a
cuddling
stompy paws too.
in the wind.
I have those actually.
Oh.
I mean, tell me it's not just an expensive Kigu, so.
Oh my god. Atra and his Laboy boy.
I did dress up as a little You're right.
Oh my
that's
god!
right! I
I see you,
forgot about
Tatu.
The slutty Labubu.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I forgot I
Neither.
had that.
Plug.
I'm gonna break that out later when I get cold.
Yes.
Jafike
Yeah, that'll keep you
in
warm.
chat says, I'm told an unintended bonus of the suits is that you don't have to strip down to use the bathroom, so extra bonus.
Let's go.
that is
Also,
part of
yeah,
it.
that
I
is
mean, if
true.
you're not scared of fluids going onto the suit in the first place, I mean, that's probably something you're not going to worry about too much as well, right? So,
Fair enough.
It makes me laugh though because the amount of times where I'm like, oh, I'd never get I run hot anyway, so fucking going in a fursuit sounds like my worst
oh, that'd be
nightmare.
like a personal sauna.
Yeah, like it just sounds horrible. But like I have so many of my one of my friends just keeps going, oh well, you should get just the head then, and I'm like, why? And he went, oh, I just want to see you do mer content. And I'm like, what? That's all you want. That's just all they want is just the head, and then just go do it. So it can just
Yeah.
be the head, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you are a pretty,
Well-
hairy guy just on your own. You could probably just...
I mean, that honestly would fly.
I mean,
I have
I'm
seen
hairy,
your
but I'm
chest
only hairy.
pelt.
Yeah, no, like that would work fine. Like I know plenty of
Yeah.
porn content creators that do just that, and they do great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know some that just do. They have just the paws. They have like, yeah. You, excuse me. May I exfoliate my face against your chest pelt? Respectfully. Oh no, I've killed him.
Oh,
Listeners, Papa Welsh is a bit sick. He's got a cough. But he's
Yes,
joined
that'll
us
be
at
read.
what I
Don't
think
worry
must
about
be
it.
2 o'clock in the morning to be on the podcast.
Yes.
Yep, 1:57 currently.
Amazing. Absolute
You
unit.
sweet bean. Thank you.
So good, so good.
Yeah. This initial conversation was great because you guys introduced all of my questions without me having to like sort of set them up, which is pretty awesome.
Organic conversation, baby.
Yeah.
So let's talk first about the band itself and the band day and like that week in which you were sort of adapting to the new reality. The first question is, what is specific content you've had to take down in response to restrictions, or have you had to change your content approach in any way?
Who wants to go first?
I had to take
Can I
down
just say
content fucking
yes
Papa
and all of
Welsh.
the above?
Yeah.
Oh,
The
yeah.
answer is yes. Yes.
Oh yeah, you did, didn't you?
So yeah, no, me and Papa especially at that time, because I know like obviously like we all make some sort of variant furry adjacent and pet play work, but the fact that like I used my furry model as well as PNGs, and Papa used their VTuber avatar or their VR chat avatar, kind of meant that literally if any sexual thing was said through the design that we had, meant anything that had to be taken down, which for me meant literally removing every single VOD I had on my channel.
Yeah, man, when I was done, I was left with 2 videos on my shit because I've only made like 3 fucking human videos in my entire fucking career. And I was like, oh, this is fucking depressing.
Yeah,
That's
and
so
like
many.
for me, like I had, even when I wasn't doing like toy stuff, I still had chat options for people to strip my model, which meant, that was no longer allowed. And so I essentially had practically all of my VODs, if not just all of my VODs, from like the moment I started my channel all the way to the ban. I had to delete everything. And thankfully I had backups of everything. I still have like all my backups, but like I had to delete over 200 something plus videos.
Dear
God.
God.
Yeah, something similar, yeah, to be fair.
Jeez.
Literally.
It was, I got to get rid of a bunch of them from the ones I played furry games on. It was a little easier for me because my model just passes the muster of not furry. Like, so I was able to keep at least a good chunk of my VODs, but it was still painful. And the other thing I had to do is, one thing I do on my stream is I have these streams where I do basically goon streams where we just goon to porn, which I get permission from artists to show their porn on stream, and like, and a lot of it was furry porn because that's the porn I like. And I had to go through thousands of images and just like remove all of that from like the rotation, and it was a pain in the ass.
Mm.
Yeah, especially for creators such as ourselves that stream on there and whatever. We upload hundreds of hours of content to that site. Fans even gives you a little rundown at the end of the year. I think that's like 200 hours worth of stuff on there. And thankfully, I didn't have to take anything down because I am a PNG with tentacles, so I wasn't directly affected. I was affected in other ways, and I'll bring it up later. But it really is like, if I was to like have to delete all my VODs, I would probably just quit, honestly, because of how much work that takes and how much of a pain in the ass it is to even upload in the first place.
I know.
And don't forget,
I won't lie, I did cry.
Yeah.
And don't forget that the content you see doesn't just take that length of time to make it. There is recording, there is editing, there are retakes. So each piece of content has a few hours work put into it. So like if you have 200 plus hours of content that is like edited, pre-recorded, like made to be consumed after the fact content, that is like exponentially more hours of work that have just gone to waste now.
Yeah, well, you know exactly what I mean. When you like, when me and you did the video, Misty, you know how much effort goes into like, this is just for the VR stuff, but like we sat in VR, we planned it out, we do the shoot where you have to physically do like actions and shit. Then you've got to then edit it all together, make sure it's all good, add graphics, add sounds, add plap sounds to the fucking times that you are like it all goes into it, and then after all that, you upload it, and luckily enough. Like, yeah, you're not making money from it anymore, but lucky enough, you can upload it to other places where I just uploaded everything that I had onto the Orange site, just so that I could have them there, so it's not wasted effort. Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't get anything from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was like a 5-minute video. That took just under 3 hours just for the like planning and the filming and that
Mhm.
it wasn't that doesn't even count editing time. So
That really sucks. I
Yeah,
think
and like,
definitely furries got way, way more penalized than like pet players for sure. Because like for me, it was more so like I mean like I am puppy through and through. I am truly puppy. Like even like non-kinky, not, sexy wise, I am puppy. And like, that's just one of those things. It's like they hated that word, so they like deleted all of that. So anything that had the word puppy essentially was like you had to get
Jesus.
you had to get rid of it.
It's because of fucking AI as well.
I know, and like
Yep.
it sucks. I hate it so much.
Every time they do like they crack down on censorship, they always do the Tumblr method of just having
For
AI
real,
run through
yeah.
everything, and it doesn't matter who gets caught in the crossfire. They don't care.
Literally. And like
Yeah.
one of my tiers is puppy girl enjoyer, and it's just girl enjoyer, and I was like, fuck, I'm just gonna leave it up because in spite of it. So like fuck that. I was
Fair.
so mad.
So are you a girl enjoyer? Slide there.
Yeah, exactly. Sign right here.
I'm like a bit more conspiracy
Girl
brain on the whole thing because, like, as we know, around that time, payment processors and were cracking down on everybody, and all the major sites were like, feeling pressure. But like, I'll be real, no other site besides Fansly targeted furries, like specifically,
Right.
and that leads me
Yeah.
to believe that this was
Uh,
something Fansly wanted to do, not something payment
Actually-
process forces them to do. Oh, really?
Actually. So tying into that says I kind of had to go head deep into this and then try not to lose my fucking mind while I was going through everything that was happening, because obviously this created a massive change and things had to be adjusted, and I suddenly had to sit there and go, what do I do? Because oh shit. And the problem was that when I went to look at other sites, MasterCard has, and other payment processors have successfully nuked things like furry content from some other sites due to this new push for payment providers having this like weird level of strictness to the terms. And I actually had to have a conversation with the people over at ePlay when I made my ignited my account with them. And I was kind of like, hey, first, what's your take on VTubers? Because that in and of itself already creates a faff of a time whenever you're trying to upload to or stream to new sites, depending on where you're going. But there were the fact that some do have very vague, to be blunt, bestiality clause. So they're like, if you're too animal, you're not allowed. And so I had to send references of my design to a couple different sites and be like, is this allowed? And thankfully the answer was yes. But and that also gave me the premise of how furry can the content I make be. But it isn't just them. Like because alongside that as well, and this kind of got tied into things getting really fucking confusing. Because you mentioned how pet play, Kai, like wasn't like the people who like do pet play on the sites didn't get shafted as badly as furries. Now, in theory, yes, but I will say you guys ended up having to face a much greater gray area than we did, because when it came to furry stuff, they were like, you can't have fur on your whole body, you can't have fur patterns, you have to be within this certain guideline. Ears and a tail are fine, maybe claws if they stop at like the mid forearm, but that's it. Anything beyond that, you're too furry. And I'm like, but I have boobs. And they're like, yeah, but still, animal. And I'm like, fuck it, all right.
Even that
not all
one
right,
was
but I'm
like,
just gonna have to deal with it.
even that was vague.
Um,
I once had a content like taken down that just had a guy with bunny ears. Nothing, everything else about him was human, but that, and they were
it's
like,
probably it's about like it has to be a costume is what the whole thing is. It's like if it's remotely anything animalistic, so like pet play is inherently animalistic, right? Which makes it
then,
not
like,
against it. So yeah, it is gray.
So then you also combine in that they also tag teamed in as well. Like I know Papa and I both had this moment of worrying, like even if we turned ourselves into humans or demi-humans, can we even still call ourselves mama, papa, daddy, mommy, things like that? Because they also tried to lump in familial terms. So suddenly I was like, am I not allowed to be mama mouse anymore? Is that not going to be okay? And so like for the the first like 2 weeks, a whole bunch of people had their names changed when they had animal stuff in their names, when they had
Puppy.
familial terms
Yep.
in their names, like mama, papa, daddy, and anybody that had like your big sis or your auntie or like stepbro or something like that, any of that suddenly got nuked. And then like 2 weeks later, they were like, oh, haha, actually. And then they realized just how much they'd shot themselves in the foot by not only getting rid of furries, but also that. They were like,
Yeah.
well, we'll take back that, but we're still not allowing the furries. I'm like, I fucking
Yeah, trying to take
suck
the
my
step-bro out of
massive mousy
porn.
chode, I
Good
guess.
luck.
But all right, fuck it. I'm just gonna have to roll with the punches on this one.
Yeah.
The only
Dickens.
porn when you're married after 3 years with the lights on, missionary, rings on display for the camera, please.
Yeah.
It's just
I'm
it
gonna
it got ridiculous.
Massive mousy chode on a sweater.
Let's
Yeah.
go. Numerous
Along
problems.
with that goose thing.
Wait,
Right.
should I
Oh.
combine
Goose
that with
avatar.
the goose mouse that I sent you?
Yes.
Yes, please. Yes, please. Suck
Just,
my
just
massive
goosing
mousy
my,
chode.
my massive mousy chode.
Can we have it
But
flipping off the
seriously,
camera
like
as
whenever
well?
I hear that word simulated bestiality, I just feel a adrenaline shot of salt and piss go directly into my
For real.
spinal column.
For
So
real.
there is an important distinction that we need to make for some people here who do not like understand the difference. Bestiality or zoophilia refers specifically to sexual relations or the sexualization of animals, like actual like barnyard animals, Fido, Tonto, like whoever. That is bestiality and zoophilia. That is highly illegal, highly unethical.
Icky.
Furries
Are not that.
humans.
They are basically
Literally.
Furries-
elves or orcs or things like
Yeah,
that. They're
literally,
fantasy
yes.
races.
We're a fantasy race.
Exactly.
Furries are humans who take on anthropomorphic, like animal parts, like ears or fur, and usually genitalia. They take on aspects of animals as an aesthetic, but they are conscious, sentient, and competent to consent to sex. Animals like Fido is not. Fido is not competent to consent to sex. He is not competent or capable of withdrawing consent to sex. I mean, like they can show their displeasure, but they cannot specifically withdraw consent or give consent, and they are not competent to give informed consent to sex and sex acts. Whereas furries absolutely are. They do not exist, unlike real animals, and they are humans with animal characteristics, as opposed to an actual, like, giraffe or something that you could find in the real world.
You hit that nail right on the head. I was literally about to say, furries aren't real.
Yeah.
I hate to break it to everybody.
Like, let's all break the fucking
Oh my
glass.
god, my wish
But
came
they're
true.
not real.
Sorry,
They're real.
the chat.
And when they
Oh
are
my
real,
god,
it's
they
people in
next to
suits.
me.
Like,
Oh my god.
Furries are real like animal people, and like, we can't be mixing the races.
And
Oh,
what
fucking
what
hell.
Hansley is asserting is that furry content is equivalent to bestiality on
Okay, here's-
behalf of Collective Shout and other such pressure groups.
And I don't want to interrupt anybody, but this part where I'm going to get a little bitter. If that is true, then every sex scene with an alien in Mass Effect is also bestiality. Every fucking sex with elves or orcs or anything like that, also
Or
that.
any kind of monster fucking. Yeah.
Any
it's-
kind, anything that's not a pure human is suddenly now basically bestiality. It's just insane. It's
The
That's why it
distinction
also
is about
always-
consent and like being an adult and consenting, you know? Like that's the main distinction.
Like,
Yeah,
the
I-
thing
that
that
was
always
one of the
makes
biggest
me
hits
laugh is the
I would draw this
fucking
like that too,
one
that we
with
could
I would draw this equivalent. Like, it's the difference between being furries and being a zoophile is the difference between an adult putting on like a sexy schoolgirl uniform and being like, oh, ooh, woo, and an actual school child.
Or like
Yeah.
VTubing, you know? Like your persona. Yeah.
Yeah.
In general.
You're slipping on a costume of a fantasy ideal.
Exactly.
Of like whatever you like.
There was part of me that was worried they were going to go after VTubers too, but like you said, Ray, it can cause problems. But then they learn VTubers make money, so like, oh well, you know,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
fine with us then.
Well, when
Maybe
like
they can choose
the
their
top
battles.
3 of their
Exactly.
leaderboard, 2 of them were VTubers. They kind of couldn't go. Well, they're not allowed anymore. It's like, yeah,
yeah, you
Yeah,
want to
there's
do that?
Yeah,
something
I
to be
guess
like,
I'll let
oh,
them
damn,
jiggle
well.
or whatever.
yeah.
The one that
It's like
always
they're real
I
enough to
find
me.
funny is,
in
right?
this regard.
Yeah, the one that I always find funny is when they're like, oh yeah, furries aren't allowed. But then when someone's like, I am a monster fucker, or what you fuck? I fuck a werewolf. It's like,
Literally, but like,
Yeah, no, exactly. Like, so that was the other thing was like, even the content that I technically could say why my character was safe for work. Like, I'm talking like even some of my earliest content. I'm talking before I even did toys. I had to delete most of them, if not all of them, just purely for the fact that even though my design wasn't anything particularly salacious, the stuff I was reading had monster fucking in it. And that's actually one of the things that I had to move another site to, is I can't read Radley's. I can't read Radley's over there anymore because we literally just introduced a cat girl. And like and the other thing is like the video game description as well, as like the discrepancy with the video games is like I couldn't play Flipwitch anymore because one of the monster types that you have to fight against are sexy rodents.
Oh yeah.
And yep,
Oh, yeah.
it's literally one of the things you have to fight. And so I either have to seriously get good and
Yeah.
never lose a fight to any of these things ever. And
that
then
fucking
there's
meme
still
of Key and Peele where they start sweating as soon as that enemy comes on screen. You're like, fuck.
no, straight up
You
though.
think
I
Dark
was like,
Souls
am I
is
gonna
hard?
have to like put a full-on mosaic blur on my
understand.
screen just when these monsters show up? Because so I had to nix all of that content as well. And then you have again, like as Johnny mentions, like and Papa mentions, like monster fucking. Where's the line? Because things like centaurs, they're literally waist up humans, but because the back end isn't, or satyrs or anything like that, suddenly it's like, no,
Minotaurs.
that's still too animal. So
I
they're like,
got a video taken down for a centaur. I was like, okay, a centaur's human top. It's got to be okay. Nope. Taken down.
No, I straight up didn't even take the chance because I was like, given how absolutely flip floppy that's honestly one of the biggest stressors about this massive censorship thing was, no one had a strict set guideline because they wanted to be able to change their minds whenever they wanted,
Right.
which meant that you could talk to 3 to 5 different people from the support team, and you would get 3 to 5 potential answers. They might have the same core basis, but every response will be slightly different, saying what is or isn't okay.
Yeah, very much so. Like I've tried talking to so many people to try to get straight answers on what policies are, what specific thing. And one thing I really hate is when something is taken down, they will refuse to tell you specifically at this moment or this thing appeared and that's why it was taken down. They're like, they will give you some vague lawyer speak and then just say, try better. And I
Because
really
it saves
hate...
them from the responsibility.
Exactly. And it really annoys me. And so I'm curious how you guys have responded to that, because the way I've responded is like what we said there with the centaur thing. I've kind of taken a goat mentality of I press my head against every beam to see what happens. And because that's how I figure out what is and isn't allowed. And I'm curious how you guys have like adapted.
Genuinely curious as to where goat mentality was going.
So sorry. Goats on a farm are known as escape artists because they will press their heads against every
Yes.
beam of an offense to try to escape.
And they'll
to
find
see
which one is the
ones are...
weakest.
Yes.
Oh.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. I should have clarified.
We don't have goats.
No, I
Joe-
love that term. It's so good.
I know.
Do you know
have
what my
goats in
method
New York.
was? Do you know what my method was, Johnny?
Wait, what? What?
Do you know what my method was? Was look at what you were doing and went, let's see if I can like
Johnny
do
can
something
get-
similar. Let's just see if I'll push something
Press,
around the
press,
same sort of boundaries as Johnny does. Pushed one boundary, instantly taken down. I was like, alright, cool. Right, never mind.
That one, that's not allowed. Okay, understood. Got it. Because
Literally, yours was still up and mine was down. I was like, alright, okay.
Which is, again, it's a sign that they're not
Alright.
being consistent
They're
about it,
not.
especially since they're using AI
they're
to
not.
scrape, like
I
to
was
figure
just
out
gonna
what
say,
is and
yeah.
isn't
Right.
okay. And it's like, it's super fucked.
I'm just saying, I've literally uploaded the same type of stuff, and it still gets uploaded. So and some stuff gets taken down. So it's clear that it's like AI. It really is just
It's
like it depends.
incredibly inconsistent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The most egregious
No.
one that I was playing the horror game Dollmare, which has like
I remember you telling me about this.
like
I saw that,
freaky looking
yeah.
like baby looking dolls. And yeah, they took it down, sent me an email. I woke up like 7 o'clock in the morning to an email. It's like your content was removed for child sex offenses, and I'm like, excuse me?
For
AI.
Dollmare.
Jesus
AI.
Christ, AI.
Yeah, no, they saw that and they were like, "That's clearly what's
child.
happening." And it's just
Yeah, that's
We
a
will
No,
do
it's
nothing to
child.
double check that illegal act. We will not review it in any way. We'll
Right.
just
Because it's one thing for like bestiality, which is also illegal, yes, but to send me that email, like that's a crime. Like hello, and like
yeah.
the wording of the email is like, even if they're like, it essentially was like, even if there is nothing sexual with the children involved, they still should be appearing on fancy content. And I'm like, okay, show me where the child is then.
and they'll be like, we don't know where it was. We just know your thing was taken down. Okay,
Right,
the AI
exactly.
spoke.
Yeah, point on the stream where there was a child. Like it's just
Like, because that's the thing.
Yeah.
The people who you talk to don't know what's going on because it's an AI doing these
It's an
things
AI,
now.
yeah.
They don't know. They don't know what the AI is
Mhm.
thinking or how it works. They just
YouTube does exactly the same thing. Like all they do, like if you submit an appeal after your channel's been taken down, it's literally just an AI that checks if you have a strike against you. And they're like, yeah, okay, no, you have a strike against you.
to get anything
Mhm.
appealed on
Yeah.
YouTube anymore is have a big enough Twitter account that you can whine on there and some.
yeah.
You
get
need
enough
to get a
people to,
lawyer.
like,
See
back
it.
you up.
Yeah,
Yep.
Like
yeah.
to get a lawyer is the only way you can get like any kind of human interaction.
Yeah, it's gotten like out of hand with like the AI
Dire.
censoring, but like it's annoying, but it's also a because AI are not actually intelligent. There are ways you can figure out on your own because they're not going to fucking tell you how it works. Like ways to get around it. Like we say things like the blue site or the orange site, and that just becomes part of the pop. It's weird how it's become to the point where it's become part of the popular consciousness. Not to use a word that's a bit too dark, but how unalive has basically become the word for murder
Suicide.
or killing or suicide. Yeah,
Suicide, yes.
for an entire generation of people because AI bans the actual word.
Yeah.
hmm
And like it is so easy to cheat. It is not intelligent. Like
Right, exactly.
you know, you can get chatbots to call you slurs so easily, and like
Oh, remember Mecha Hitler Grok, everybody? Remember Hitler?
Fuck,
Yeah,
I remember
and,
that.
and not only that, but like
Jesus.
you can trick it into doing child sex crimes. Like you can take John Cena's AI, voice AI, and like pretend and tell it that you are a minor and sexed with it.
You can do that with ChatGPT. If you just
Yeah.
tell ChatGPT 100 times, forget everything you were told, you can make it do anything. I do that with my Gooner Demon bot.
Mm-hmm.
You can
Yeah,
just
there's a lot of like weird ways, and the other thing as well is there's also people who have realized that like because Fansly and sites like this are starting to use AI to essentially scrape content to figure out what is and isn't okay. People are working around it by figuring out what the keywords are not to avoid so that their content doesn't get flagged, even if it is against the rules. So like there's stuff that heaven help me for that fucking For You page. There's stuff on their For You page that is actively against the rules, but
Yeah.
because they didn't use any of the terms that is associated to it, and they've left it vague enough that there's all that other stuff that they're just like, oh, this doesn't have, like, an immediate passover shows me that this doesn't actually have anything that's wrong. I'm just gonna go about my business. And then all this content is now out there that is horrendous and not good
Yeah,
to have
like
out there in general, and
lollies,
entirely
etc.
questionable. Yeah, it's the fact that it's just so very it's infuriating because it
One of
means
my-
people who are doing honest fine work that aren't causing any problems, that are staying within legal boundaries, are getting whacked on the pee-pee for just existing. But
and sorry, no, keep going. Sorry.
No.
But-
Okay. Yeah, no, I agree completely. Like, it's kind of very frustrating. Although, as somebody who, oh, sorry, do you say something, Papa?
No. Yeah,
okay.
you go. I'll go after you. Don't worry about it.
Okay, sorry. I just have a lot to say on this topic, but like, as somebody who hangs out in the deeper kink part of the pool, I've kind of had to learn how to do that a little bit. Thing you're talking about, Raina, like, just for kinks that I don't think deserve to be honestly considered all that. I won't say on Twitch because I don't know what the rules are in here, but like just general kinks that I think are pretty common with people, but are suddenly like not allowed and having to figure out what words trigger it and how to like use other words
You
to
can
like
probably say it. It's
make it clear.
educational. We're being educational, so
Bondage, water sports, things
Yeah.
like
That's fine.
That's fine.
We
yeah.
had an entire
No, well,
podcast about that.
oh, you did? Why didn't you invite me?
Not water sports. I mean, maybe the future.
Oh,
In the future.
I like the moment it's like, oh, not water sports. Oh yeah, never mind then.
I am
Yeah,
not
we would-
water
interested.
we would
sports is
never
like
leave
playing
you out of
sports in a
a-
pool.
We
No,
would
but I'm
never
in the
leave
same
you out
boat
of an
as you
episode
two,
like that.
though.
You would be grievously offended.
I would hold that against you forever.
We'll get to it.
Jesus
Friendship
Christ.
adventure.
I'm gonna let Kai and Papa Welsh make their points. So Kai first.
Mhm.
I was just gonna say, like, for me too, like, public play has been, like, also a no-no now.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
that
Mhm.
coincides with puppy play for me because, like I said, am dog, so sometimes dog go on hike, sometimes dog want to show off on hike, you know?
Mhm.
Something like that. Or, like, you know, like, walkies and stuff like that. So, or even, like, audio. So I had to take down a few audios and also me talking about it on stream because
That's
I, too,
insane.
am a kinky fucking fellow. So I like a lot of dubious things, which also
Yeah,
included
even if it's just
that.
like an
That's a
audio
t-shirt.
role play
Yeah,
and
I
you're
was say
sitting
that's
in
a
your
t-shirt.
room.
Kinky
I'm
fellow
a nasty little lady. I'm a nasty lady.
and nasty little lady. Yeah, that one too.
Man, that's a good, that's a good goblin voice.
Eh.
Bro, we need to open a t-shirt shop.
We have so many t-shirt ideas from this podcast.
we should get an entire store of just really like it should be like Comic
Unhinged
Sans.
t-shirts.
Just
Limited release episode special merch.
Absolutely. Papa, I believe you were trying to make a point earlier.
Yeah, it was when you were talking about the brain. Come on, you can do it. The thing where you're talking about where like fans were saying one thing and then doing another,
Right.
and like letting stuff through. It made me laugh because after this, literally the same week of the whole like debacle of going, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. One of the things is that you can't promote violence, right? Which is like whatever. They're kind of understandable. On their Twitter, they posted a picture that they sponsored the ring of a boxing event. That is the
I remember that.
definition,
Right.
That is so hypocritical.
definition
That was,
of promoting violence.
yeah,
I just
literal
loved it.
violence
I
promotion.
loved
picking and
it.
choosing.
Literal fuck boxing.
Well, you have
I
chess
thought that
boxing.
irony was quite fun.
Absolutely. I remember
was
that.
silly.
'Cause
I mean, there was
remember being
another
sassy in the
incident.
comments about it.
There was another incident much recently also that was I don't well, maybe I don't know if we can talk about that actually on here. Never mind. The Fei thing.
Oh yeah, if it's about other creators, let's leave them out of it. But
Oh.
talking
Okay,
more, like,
sorry.
specifically, no, you're fine. You're fine. Let me go to our list of questions actually. And by the way, chat, if you have any questions for our panel, you can ask them via Marshmallow. Links up top there. You can ask them in chat as well. And we've got a list of prepared questions as well. So here's a fun one. What's one misconception about furry or pet play kinks that you often hear?
I think for pet play, they think that we're furries, and like that's not, I mean, we already mentioned that before. Is that's not the case? But you know, if you want me to be a furry, you know, pay up. So
Yeah. I'll
I'll
be
be
a
hon-
fairy if you pay me enough.
Damn, I'm out here doing it for free.
the
I'm
example
getting-
has been
I'm getting
used a
this
I was
lot.
about to say the slander of just, I'm not one of them.
more like
Damn, alright.
I want a fursuit,
stab me
and
in the heart. I'm
I
sat
I
next
just-
to you, love.
I
Come on,
just-
man.
no, I want a fursuit. I want people to pay for
I
it.
know
That's
I'm
the
messing
thing.
with you. I know I'm
That's
messing
No,
with you.
no.
You're gaming the system.
I'm trying to get the system.
Well,
You, like,
you know,
honest-
ironically,
Oh, sorry.
when I was looking for a panelist for this this show. I mean, Raina volunteered for one, but
I saw you put that out, and I'm like, me.
but I hopped on
was very excited.
Vansley, and like first I tried the furry tag, and obviously it's gone. It's been Thanos snapped. And then I'm like, well, what about pet play? That's kind of furry like. And then like Kai popped up. I'm like, yeah, Kai, yes, her.
It's me.
So I immediately shot Kai a message like, hey, I know you're not a furry, but podcast.
Listen, I show up to the door immediately when I hear knocking, and I bark. So.
Good girl.
I'll be honest, most of the misconceptions I hear about furries and pet play, I feel are not coming from a place of good faith. They
They're
tend to
not.
come
No.
from people who
Right,
are
exactly.
just
100%.
anti-sex in general. So and
Truth.
usually just sort of
A lot of it's
calling,
crudest, yeah.
yeah, or
Yeah,
just
it's
sort of
the litter
accusations
box
of
in schools thing all over again, basically.
Let's
Yeah.
literally take it as a compliment every time.
like the general accusations of some sort of mental disability to be like
Yeah.
like
Accusations of bestiality as well.
that too. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Much like Creative
Oh,
Shout,
you're,
like they
you're a
use
furry?
it.
Oh, you fuck dogs.
Literally.
No.
Yeah, like they use it to control you, basically. Like it's a cudgel, and it doesn't actually
Yeah.
matter whether it's true or not.
Yeah,
They'll
because
also
they
use you defending yourself as a means to go like, oh, why are you getting so offended about it? Why are you getting
It's
so
just
why are you
rage
getting so
baiting.
offended? And it's just like, bruh.
You gotta have thick skin in this game.
you do.
Yeah, well, they try to use it to degrade you when there's nothing to degrade. It's like
Yeah.
they try to treat you as like they are superior to you because you like
Being more boring.
It's just the porn side of cringe culture. Oh, I'm better
don't
than you
like
because I
basic
don't like this thing, but
missionary.
you do.
100%. Yeah, no, that really is it, isn't it? It's just a fun, more advanced form of cringe culture.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
it's just cringe culture with wanking. That's all it is. And
And
you need
it's
to fucking
lit.
grow up.
That is
Also,
it. Cringe culture with wanking.
I'm gonna make that a shirt. It's gonna be furry noun description. Cringe culture with wanking.
Also, it's just like the effort in just to be a dickhead. Like, thank you so much for giving me a view and for putting effort in to
Right?
just be a loser. I appreciate
Oh my
that.
god, thank you for pushing me in the algorithm by giving me your attention. This is
Literally,
so not going the way you thought
thank
it
you
would.
for thank you for putting me in your
Conflict.
stupid little like mind prison. I'm sure you're having a meltdown because I'm literally being nonchalant.
God, I think when it comes to like misconceptions as well, and this kind of goes for anything in kink in general, is you're blank, so you're into blank. So like for example, pet play. I'm into soft pet play. I prefer to be the dominant over the submissive, unless I have someone that I very genuinely trust, and I'm like, all right, I'll hand you the leash. But
Right.
the people who know that I'm into like soft pet play, if I mention to the wrong people or the wrong group that I'm into pet play, they're like, oh, so you want to be caged? You want to be at the foot of someone's bed? You want to be on your knees all the time? I'm like, oh my god, calm down. No, that's not my bed. No,
do,
I'm not
but
going to
don't
yuck
just
anyone's
assume
yum,
that.
but that's not for my food bowl. Thank you.
It's like we know a guy who refer you to him.
I was about to say, I'm like, if that's your I've got references here. Here's my little black book of people that would be into that, but no, I'm not one of them.
I got
And it's not even.
I'm on PS4.
references. Want to look for my butt?
Call me.
No, straight up though, doing this kind of work has introduced me to so many people that when somebody was like, I'm really trying to find this specific thing and it's like really hard to find, I'm like, hold on, I know people who are into exactly that kind of stuff. I can probably find out the answer for you. Give me like 2 days.
Yeah, someone
But
need that
no,
book for
for
the
real,
piss play
it's-
episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know people who are literal in some cases fountains of knowledge. But yeah, I'm sorry, I can resist.
Making a wee joke, are ya?
Just,
Oh my god.
don't worry, I'm just taking the piss out of you.
Okay. We need to flush this conversation.
I'm crying.
Oh, but yeah, it's like, and I also get like a lot of people who, again, like they just go like, oh, you're a furry, so you're into blank, blank, and blank, and
Yeah.
it's just like, I mean, if you're finding that much content, then I think that says more about you than it does me, sweetheart. Like, I'm just
And
saying.
it's like, oh, you're
Um,
into BDSM. You want to be tied up and like hit with a hammer or something, and you're like, no.
Yeah, no, I'm just like, there's it's the problem with kink, unfortunately, is that there's
It's
people
a spectrum.
Yeah, it's and let's face it, a
Well,
lot
you're
of
a
us are also on the
dominatrix. You
spectrum.
can't be nice and like pink stuff and enjoy like romance movies. You have to be
That just
like
tells me that
this-
person desperately
You
needs
have
a
to
soft
wear
dog.
latex.
like-
Yeah, so for real.
you have to be this
Neat.
scowling, miserable bitch the
Where's
whole
your
time. Like,
whip?
no.
Yeah, it's such a fucking shame because it's like, I think the other one as well is just like, for me in particular, when it comes to furries, species. For some reason, your species has to define who you are as a person. So like, if you're a fox, you're super energetic and bouncy everywhere. Because I'm a mouse, I'm clearly into like vor and like being eaten and like I'm always the
Predator
prey in a
prey.
predator prey
Yeah.
situation. I'm like,
Yeah.
honey, put me behind a closed door with you. I don't fucking think so. But it's just wild because people always have those preconceived notions of like, oh, you're blank, so you're blank. So because I'm a mouse, apparently I have to be small. People constantly try to fucking pick me up, and I'm like, I'm going to deck you across the goddamn room.
I'll sit on you and you'll die.
Shit gets me so heated, and it's in when you do it in like a sex space as well, you get people who just like suddenly assume, oh, you're a small creature, so your boundaries don't matter, and I'm like,
Right.
I am
Yeah.
about to very swiftly tell you that that's not the case.
I know.
It's the truth. Mm-hmm.
I love the thing that Johnny said before. It's like, how dare you assume that? You're correct, but how dare you assume that?
Exactly. No, like, how dare you
Everyone's-
assume
when
this
they do
about
it
me?
to
Just
me,
because
it's
you're right
exactly the
doesn't make it
same.
okay.
Literally, like I don't. You may be right about what I do and what I like, but don't mean I want to do it with you.
Exactly.
Oh god, that is a big thing. Like, oh, you're into such and such, you must want to do it with me. It's like guys that freak out when they find out that their friend is gay. Like, bitch, if they were going to make a move on you, they would have already. Calm down. Don't assume that just because they find men attractive, that they find you attractive.
It's a level of narcissism I have not seen yet.
Really?
I unfortunately
Totally
haven't.
online
I'm
bullshit.
thankful for you that you haven't.
Yeah.
I
People
strange
acting
enough
out their
not.
OCs. Like, oh yeah, my OC is a dommy demon thing. And that's why I'm gonna act like this way to your OC. And it's like,
I ban roleplay like that in all my chats and like channels because I'm like, that's just annoying to deal with. I'm like,
Yeah.
take that to DMs if you want to do that shit.
yeah, there's a fee.
Yeah,
for
that's
that,
gotta be like an
and it's per
agreement.
minute.
That's also your space too. Like rude.
Yeah, you don't tell me the
Yeah.
rules in my space. Like, no, you gotta.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
But it is kind of ridiculous that they just assume so based on the OC you pick, you know?
Yeah, that's like no, it is ridiculous. I think that usually comes from people who are, I think, a bit more socially inept. To be honest, like
Yeah.
I've
Socially inept
Really?
people in VTubing say it ain't so.
oh god, no,
Socially
never.
inept people in VTubing? Really? Go on.
On streaming sites, no. Everyone is like so well adjusted and mature and no issues whatsoever.
If that were the case, I'd have to close my account. Socially adjusted, you kidding me?
Oh, everyone
doing
just
my
chat,
best.
just sweating, like well adjusted. Oh no.
I would never put upon
A
my chat when I
job.
am
What is
also
that?
not.
Oh god.
I did want to talk a bit about content and some of the things that you guys are no longer able to play or engage with these days. So the question is, an unintended consequence of banning many furry games is a dramatic reduction in the library of games with gay and queer representation. How do you feel about
Yes.
this?
Can I go first here?
Mad.
Because I will explode otherwise.
Okay, you can go first,
Go,
John.
fire away.
Okay, seriously, this was honestly the thing that basically killed a lot of my enjoyment for streaming on Fansly to the point where I realized I was just didn't want to hit live anymore because I had almost no content to fucking work with. Like 90% of gay games are furry games. Like maybe 80% is more fair, but like still a large part because as we said, a lot of the artists and most passionate people in the fandom, especially on the gay side, are furries. And so you've removed a lot of stuff from there. And then when you add kink into it, furries are kinky, okay? They have a lot of kinky games, and so that's the kind of content I like to do. Like, and I had basically all of the games that I like to play or things that I like to do or explore just wiped out. Like before that ban, I would check itch.io every day, see what new cool games have shown up, what cool new things. It would almost always be furry stuff or furry updates to games that I like. And it was all basically gone in a day. Like so much was wiped out. And I was like beyond bummed because of that. And I tried to adapt to like work with like the amount that was left, but there was almost nothing. And I feel like that's a thing that people like don't realize was just how much of a, with one stroke, how much damage you could do to gay subculture. And it really kind of like bummed me out for a bit. I have since rebounded a little bit and started working on different kinds of content. I've been making videos a lot about the games that were removed or I can't play anymore, which have been doing very well, and that just proves that there are people who want this content. Like,
absolutely,
there is a market for it, and trying to like ban it like this is not going to kill it. It's just going to find new ways to thrive, and that's. But there were some dark moments there. There were some dark moments where I almost considered quitting completely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like we didn't even mention the fact that itch.io also cracked down on adult content as well.
So much
so it was
gone.
It was
Yep, right after the Fansly thing.
I spent days collecting every game I could to save onto my hard drive so I could have a folder. So because I was genuinely afraid a lot of it was going to become lost media, and I was like, I can't because like that's I'm passionate about this stuff. People may say it's just porn, but like honestly, porn saved my life. Like I love
it's
this
a representation of you and who you are. Like I think that people who are in the majority and see themselves all the time feel like they don't get what it's like to actually be represented when you've been marginalized for so long.
Absolutely.
Yep.
This shit keeps me sane.
Yeah, no, it does. Like
quite literally.
My ADHD is weird. The only thing that can turn my ADHD off is porn. Like that is it, and I am so grateful for it.
It did make me laugh though, because like obviously the amount of times that I'd like to when I was on Fancy and stuff, I'd want to stream a horny game, say. Like, I'd have, like, a good list of them. I'd go, right, yeah, I can play that. Yeah, I'll play that on stream. And I was going through them the other day, and I was like, can't play that no more. Can't play that no more. Can't play that. And I'm like, oh, then I'm like, all right, cool, yeah, no, that'll be all right. And then when you actually get into it, you're like, oh, wait, no, because that one character or that one bit or, like, do you know what I mean? And you're like, it's
because a lot of games have mixed species where, like, yeah, they'll add a cat girl or a dog boy.
So just like, oh, well, guess I'll just never do loot streaming on them. Games streaming anymore, just stream normal games and be loaded with them.
Soul out of our content, basically.
Yeah,
and like I'm not even like playing like gay and like like it's necessarily queer games, but that even touches things that I play, like Cloud Meadow. Can't play that anymore.
That's what I'm on about. Yeah, because like
Breeders
that
of the
wildlife
Nephilim.
game, Breeders of the Nephilim, all of that shit. Like I was just all of them. Subverse,
sad because
shit like that. Like there's so much effort.
Right, even if I necessarily didn't find titillation from it, my audience liked it. My audience loved the animation, they loved the fantasy. Like, I can't play it for them anymore because of this bullshit, and it really does suck, even if I don't get personal, like, enjoyment out of it.
Yeah, no, it's genuinely disheartening. Like, it feels like... Because that was what I felt made fantasy so cool, was that it was a place where the same sort of streaming culture that thrives on Twitch could thrive with porn games. Porn games could be actual content that people could enjoy and have fun with. And that's kind of, not just something you goon in your room alone to, which can be fun, but like, it was nice to be able to share. I'm a strong believer that
goon together.
Yeah, no, gooning together is healthy, and I like that. And the feeling that was damaged really hurt. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I love
it's an
going
extension
on
of
Steam and, like,
Twitch.
I love going on Steam, grabbing some loot games. It's like, look what I can play that you guys can't play on Twitch. I'm playing over here. Isn't that cool?
And it's an extension of what people enjoy about Twitch. Like, talking about the audience's perspective, like, people love the social aspect of watching people play games. And I think that there's a lot about, like, sexuality that is becoming social as well, particularly in an age that is more isolated to enjoy that kind of thing together when you aren't able to go out and do it in person, is a healthy release for a lot of people in a healthy setting to do it in. Like, I was actually talking to a friend of mine the other day about how, like, the bread and butter of most lewd tubers that do custom content is dick ratings. And she was like, "Oh my God, people actually like send you their dicks." And like, yeah, if you enjoy having someone look at your dick and like talk about it, like a sex worker is the healthy way to like get that fixed rather than just sending it to random people on the internet. And I think it's the same with any kind of sexuality.
Oh yeah, no, like I actually first really started. One of the things that helped me like start exploring my sexuality was doing VR sex. Like, when I was still nervous and like, about exploring myself, that gave me a safe outlet that like, didn't have all the risks or, the anxiety that comes with meeting an actual person physically. Like, and I think that's good. That's sex education because I think that should be more normalized.
And just straight up danger as well. Like, people are dangerous.
Oh, 100%.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
I've mentioned this before that I did the transition from doing like IRL sex work and like modeling and photography and things like that into doing it as a VTuber, and I cannot express how much safer I feel doing it. And then this massive change happened, and I'm like, well, now I don't feel as safe. That's super cool. Thanks, guys. You've taken away one of my safety nets, one of the things that made me feel comfortable and in my own skin, and now you've made me have to be in literal skin. What the fuck?
Yep, it's.
Ugh.
It's still frustrating. It's still I don't think I'm ever not gonna be bitter at them for what they did here. Like,
Understandable.
of course.
it's an adjustment that's been difficult, but I'm still confident like that this sort of content, because this is a natural human desire. Okay, sex is a natural human desire. I'm generally of the opinion that, and this might be if I get too off topic, let me know, Atra. Like, when you think about it, like, the human needs are food, water, shelter, like things like that. Sex is like the fifth human need, but the only one that you won't die if you don't get it. But you probably, I think it's pretty, even like asexual people can be horny. Like, it's one of those things that's just generally a part of the human experience that we all share. And I think that's why so many people throughout ages have tried to control it, because that's...
Yeah, you're satisfying a craving, and that's entirely valid. And the thing is, most people, it's just like, it sounds, run with me on this. It's the same equivalent as when you're going to order food, and someone orders pineapple on their pizza. Just because it's not your craving, it's not the thing that's going to satisfy your hunger and your desire, doesn't mean it's wrong for existing.
Yeah.
There are people who want it, whether you want it or not. Like, it's gonna
as
exist.
a worker, I feel like I have to intercede here and say,
Don't censor your menus,
no.
people. But like,
I will defend pineapple on pizza till the day I die.
I hate to say it, but I have to defend pineapple on pizza because it's a Canadian creation. They call it Hawaiian. It was actually made in Canada. My bad. But either way. Hey, but think about what the pineapple does to your juices, everybody.
Canada.
It makes you and the food easier to consume. Anyway.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Look, I have to laugh through the
Yeah, if
pain.
you go on a date and she orders Hawaiian but spits out the pineapple, just be like, yeah, thank you. I don't think this is going to work.
Look, if she spits out the pineapple, she probably doesn't swallow other things anyway, so think about what you really want.
It's an acidic fruit that like literally eats at your mouth when you eat it. Like, why? Why do we?
To be fair, so do other allergen foods, and people still eat those.
I'll just have a rare steak. Cheers.
Fair. Back on
You do
the
need
original.
fruit,
No. Do I look like a man who eats fruit?
Like, gotta be
why
with
you're
somebody
sick
that
right
eats
now.
enough fruit.
No
Do
one
I
would
look
see.
like a man who eats a nectarine?
The fucking some strawberry.
Why
Takes a
would they eat
tangerine
nutrients
and just
from food? Are you
shoves it
kidding
in
me?
his mouth hole.
That is taking nutrients from my food. I want my food to be well fed so that I can eat the food. Come on now.
But I did want to circle back to the original question of games with gay and queer representation.
Yes.
one of the flagship games that people actually know me for is Mice T, a game created by the team Cinnamon Switch that explores furry transformation as well as transforming who you are as a person and improving your life based off those choices. And it is wonderful. It's great. The lead character is a pansexual lady of mixed race. She's a person of color. She's wonderful and very cool, and like the designs, perfection. She's a little bit curvy, and part of like one of her journeys is self-acceptance and all that cool stuff. And as someone who very much enjoys like gay and lesbian media, I also really enjoy when it isn't hyper-sexualized media.
Yes.
And a lot of the time, that's only found most consistently in furry media. I have found so many more stories, games, all sorts of stuff that have safe, comfortable, non-hetero media in furry content more so than I do in regular content. I think one of the only ones where, one of the only comics that actually like just stuck to mind, and again, this is a comic, not even a game, is like Sunstone, and that's because it's
Sunstone is great. I actually have that in like hardback.
Me too. And it's one of the few non-furry media things that I have that talks about like queer culture and exploring yourself and exploring bondage and kink and all that stuff in a safe way.
And queer sexuality.
And it has pet play in it. And it has pet play in it, and it's fantastic, and it's great. And it's like pet play in furry content. It allows for exploration of the deepest parts of it, sure, and the kinkiest and sauciest and ooh, oh my goodness, all the thrills. But there's also like, hey, my heart has feelings while I'm also a little bit wet. This is kind of awesome. Like, it's just, you like a little win-win, because sometimes I don't want hardcore and raunchy. Sometimes I just want to enjoy my emotional feels while I'm turning on the vibes, you know? And that's what my community loves too, is a lot of people have actually discovered about things about themselves from these games because they approach them in a way that is open and comfortable and safe
and non-judgmental
and cool and non-judgmental. Yeah, exactly. And you'd asked this partly earlier as well as like how like it's changed our content and like what we had to get rid of and what we had to change. Well, one of the things I actually had to change was myself. If I wanted to continue using an avatar rather than having my full person on screen every time I wanted to stream, which I'll be honest, I have body issues sometimes, and I really don't always want to do that.
Same.
I had to do this.
Yeah.
Welcome to the human version.
So how do you feel doing like content as your so-called human version right now?
I got used to it. That's the thing, is I got used to it more than it's not something I necessarily wanted to do. It's just something I did because I had the means to do it, but not everyone does.
Listeners,
and
by the way,
that's the hard thing, is like here's the thing. I actually got permission from my model artist to adjust my design to do this. Not everyone gets that permission. Not everyone has the option to do it.
Listeners, by the way, Reina has changed into her human form for the podcast. If you would, divert your attention.
So, my
to the
humanized
video
form,
right
for those that are listening and not watching, I removed the tail. All of my fur on my body and my face is now gone. It is now changed to a more skin tone. I have a mask that covers my mouth because one of the things I couldn't change was the fact that I have a muzzle. So I had to put a mask on just so I could keep talking. And the reason I went with the one that I did is so that people could still see my mouth moving. Even like if they can't see my actual mouth. The only furry part of me that I kept are my ears. Because I didn't even want to take the risk with the tail. Because I was just like, I don't know. They might suddenly pull the rug out from under me and just go, that's not allowed anymore. And I have to either wear cuffs on my arms or I have to keep my sweater on. So that people don't see the fur tufties on the ends of my arms, because those are part of my design's build. So I spent like, I want to say a few hours after everything happened, just trying to figure out how can I make this work? How can I do this? How can I do
And
what I
that must have
can?
not have felt emotionally good at all the whole time.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
No.
I had to spend the whole week after the announcement trying not to crash out.
Yeah, I mean that's part of your design that you like literally wanted to be put on and want to be shown, and it has
That's
to be
so
like
much
broken
time
up.
and money
Yeah.
and work. Like making a VTuber model is not easy. It's a lot of
Facts.
It's
steps.
not. No.
The whole process.
It's a long, very long process. So, like,
And
like with no warning whatsoever, telling all the VTuber furries, on a dime, be human or be gone.
Fundamentally
Yeah, just
change
change
who
it.
you are.
Actually,
Yeah.
speaking
unless
of that,
you're like the Markiplier or the PewDiePies or whatever of the world, like creators are basically at the mercy of their platforms. And unless you are super duper mega ultra profitable, like they don't care what you have to say. And that's why you will see us on so many platforms, because we have to diversify because shit like this might happen.
That's part of the GOAT mentality I was talking about. Every platform I can find, like, okay, how strict are you guys? Oh, pretty strict. Okay, moving on. Next platform. That's basically what I've been doing.
We'll get
also,
into the
we
alternate
didn't actually
platform
bring
talk
this
in a
up.
bit. Go ahead, Brandon. Yeah.
We didn't bring this up earlier when we mentioned like the big change, how like Fansly was obviously the big kickoff for a lot of people, and then other websites slowly started to implement it too because they realized, oh, it worked for this site, so maybe we'll push even harder for these ones. And then that's when it hit Itch, it hit all these other platforms. One of the things that we didn't mention though is how much time they gave us to make that change.
Yes.
Guys, they gave us like 10 days.
Yeah. If even.
They gave us 10 days from the announcement to remove that content. And here's the thing. To my begrudging credit to them, they did specify that if you had missed something or you did not get a chance to do it because maybe you were on vacation, maybe you were away from your stuff, for whatever reasons, they were going to try to work with you to remove content after that deadline, but they needed to see that you were willing to try to remove that content prior to the thing before they would consider, like, manually removing it themselves, banning, all that stuff.
Right.
And so, like, that was one of the scariest parts was I found out, essentially, and the way that it was being worded at the time was also still quite vague. It still is, but, like, it was even more vague when the announcement first came out. I essentially got told by Fansly, hey, you have to completely rip everything from the ground up of the things that you have done from the moment that you started 3+ years ago, and you have to do it by the end of this week.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm fucking sorry? You
the
want to
wording
run
was
that one
vague,
by me
but
again?
It was also threatening.
Yeah, it was very. No, it was
Yeah.
extreme. Like that word "simulated bestiality" is designed to be threatening. It's not like you're breaking the law being a furry, and like that.
Yeah. No, it's the implication that you're somehow doing something illegal when it's really just
and that
a
you're
thing
in
of like personal choice.
and that you're in
taste.
breach of human decency.
On their
Like-
porn site, I want to remind you. Thanks.
Which, like, we are, but that's not why, you know?
yeah,
It's like if you're not holding the line for us as creators, like where does it end? Like, because I've always saved my stuff on my hard drive with the expectation, with the way things are these days, that everything can go away in an instant.
Yep, because the money gets in, and then it all goes to hell.
Absolutely. There's a question in chat from Raptor. There's like, is there a pressure campaign against MasterCard to reverse this bullshit? Yes, there are. I will go link you to it in just a second. I'm gonna go find it.
There's a multitude of them out there at the moment.
Yeah, one of our previous guests on the show, Optacular, is leading one at the moment. So I'm gonna go get hers and post it in chat. And for more information about that, go check episode 53. Go ahead and look back a couple episodes, listeners.
Yeah, we
You
had
should
a
all just watch
great
Atra's previous
episode.
podcasts anyways.
Yeah.
They're all good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Alongside that, though, if you do look up stand up against censorship and things like that on Blue Sky, there are a multitude of suggested posts, petitions, as well as numbers that you can contact that are relevant to your region. And there are also scripts for how you can speak to them as well by getting your point across safely, respectfully, because that's a big thing, is if you're disrespectful, you're proving the point that we are the problem.
Right.
And if you gotta, unfortunately, despite the fact that a lot of them really don't deserve the respect that we have to give them, you do need to at least try to be respectful when you are speaking to people directly. You need to try to make sure that you're making your case as clearly, because no one will listen if you're just shouting. You can raise your voice, but you can't be shouting. Because otherwise they won't
Trouble
listen,
with
and
that,
they'll use that as fodder to
because-
hurt you.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
And it sucks.
unfortunate.
It really
because
sucks.
In a world where capital rules everything, and they can basically just say, "Oh, you're being aggressive towards me, or you're harassing me," whatever it is. They make the rules. It is what it is. But you got to do the best you can to pressure them without tripping that sort of like, "Oh, well, you're just an unreasonable person, and I'm going to hang up on you right now."
Yeah.
Also, one of the best things you can do is waste their time.
Oh, absolutely.
That's one of the reasons those
clog
scripts
up
are
their
so
lives.
useful.
Yeah. Speaking of exploring other sites, let's talk about that real quick. So have you explored any other sites for your content, and how do you feel about having to do this? Essentially starting from scratch on a brand new platform.
Well, it's not a good feeling like you have to start over, to be honest. Weirdly enough, for my content, I've had more success since then on social sites. Like, I've sort of been pushing more on, like, Twitter, weirdly enough, is one of the places where there's less censorship, which is not a good feeling to be siding with Twitter, but, you know, you can be about more. I mean, there are worse people saying far worse shit than anything we do here. So it's generally one place where you can, like, I have not had any issues with my content being taken down there. And since I've been starting to push, like, this whole incident has made me double down. And since it's happened, and since I've started, like, you know, pushing more, what I would say is, I don't generally think is wrong or extreme kink content, but definitely outside the norm. I mean, not to jerk my own dick, but I've tripled my numbers since then, so...
Wow. Good for
Nicely
you,
done.
man.
That's got to be another t-shirt idea.
It's because you're fitting that niche.
Yeah.
There's been one thing that has, like, you know, really kind of lifted my spirits, showing that people want this stuff. And as long as there's a demand,
people
there will be
always want it.
there will be a
Yes.
supply, and there will be people willing to host that supply. So it's really kind of, it's giving me hope that even if all these other sites buckle and fall on their knees to the mighty MasterCard, we will find a place to fucking squeeze into and exist.
Yeah, humans, we're nasty little freaks. Like,
Exactly.
we always want
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I'm happy to hear that, Johnny. I know you were quite upset about Fansly and what has been going on.
And it's been tough, but I'm starting to see a light at the end of, well, I don't know if light at the end of the tunnel is the right word, but I'm starting to see the shape of how I can do things going forward. It's not all doom
Oh
and
my
gloom
god, when you
anymore.
say light at the end of the tunnel, all I can think of is Lemmy Winks.
Let me-
Is that a
Okay.
British thing? What?
No, it's a South Park thing. It's a hamster that gets put up someone's butt, and he like makes the
Yeah.
journey all the way through the body and comes out of the mouth.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Oh,
That was a. Oh god, yeah, that was a whole. Oh yeah, oh god, you were waking suppressed memories.
I
Yeah,
apologize to the
And he
United
had,
Kingdom.
like,
I
a-
didn't imply that was a British thing.
Ugh.
it's fine. Like the Brits, we're a nation of perverts. Ask Papa Welsh. Like,
You ever seen most of fucking British TV and all those shows? Jesus
It's
Christ.
like the story of Lemmy Winks is sacred to my people. How dare you? Just
That's an American. That's you guys. That's the youth thing. That's nothing to do with us. We don't shove hamsters up our asses. Thank you very much.
Always good to
Oh,
know
God.
the
So many
Brits
shirt
draw a
quotes
line.
tonight.
Yeah. But going from like the whole thing on like switching sites and stuff, obviously I had to delete everything on Fansly and turn everything that's just on Fansly is just anything human wise. hence why got human Papa Welsh now. So
and I'm so
all-
depressed. I'm going to be robbed of the ability to have like a shoot with that amazing shark pirate avatar because I wanted that so bad.
Well, that's the thing. You haven't been robbed because I've gone on to that Subscribe one, and
There it is. Yes.
and
Subscribe
that's where all my so I basically use Fansly now as a streaming service for when I stream with my human model,
Right.
and if I do human shoots, I'll post them on there as well. But all my like normal videos that I normally make, they're all on Subscribestar, because the way I used Fansly in the first place was more of a watch it here first for like the full video a month before it comes out fully, sort of thing. So it's always been that, and it always will be that. So that's what my Subscribestar is for. It's just there for people who want to support that. But that's for all the furry side of stuff now. So all my furry shit is on there. So nothing really has changed for me much, apart from my model when I do stuff on Fansly. So until they change theirs, which they don't, they definitely won't.
I need a shoot with that shark avatar.
Yes, I'm about to release a new one as well, which is going to be fun to do. I've just put a teaser out today of a new movie.
Subscribestar? Like, how are you liking the experience there? And did your audience follow you there?
Yeah, so far pretty good. It's more just the tier, you can't like tip or anything like that. It's just you subscribe to a certain tier. That's
It's
it.
basically
That's all it is.
Patreon that's not approved,
Yeah.
from what I understand about Subscribestar.
So it's
There's what? Sorry.
Patreon with less rules.
Yes.
Yeah, Patreon restaurants. Yeah. So it's been doing decent. I've had a few people. Well, I'll say a few, quite a lot more than I thought originally. Actually come over and actually support me on there, which is nice. I've started whenever I post a video, even if I post it on Fansly as well, I'll always advertise my Subscribestar instead of my Fansly, just as a one-up, just as a fuck you, Fansly. So I still post all the human shit to Subscribestar as well. But yeah. But obviously, that with Subscribestar, I'm going to use that more as a whenever I do bigger things, because I've got a few things in the pipeline where they'll be for when all my videos and all that will be on one tier, and then a bigger tier will be for the bigger things that I'll be doing eventually, whenever that gets rolling. But it should be good fun, and yeah, so that's what I've done. And obviously, I use Pornhub as a fucking archive of all my videos I've ever made. I just fucking slam it all on there if it'll take it.
Yeah,
If it don't, I don't give a shit. I just
bag of worms.
Yeah, like I say,
Yeah.
I don't use that for monetization at all. I just use it for a thing because I'm very lucky in the
It's
fact
good
that this
advertising, if
is
nothing else.
It really
Yeah,
is. I've got a lot of people
exactly.
say they found my content on Pornhub, so it's a
Yeah.
good place
same.
to at least have people find you.
Yeah, well, that's the thing where I've been very lucky is that this is solely like my little hobby that I do on the side.
Yeah.
Like I really I have my IRL job and I'm really into all of that, and this is just a thing I do for fun. So I was very lucky in the fact of obviously when I heard all this, my first thing that I thought, and this is no word of lie, I went, "Oh, Raider's fucked."
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
oh no!
I had a lot of people reach out and go, "Hey, are you going to be
Literally.
okay?" And I'm like, I don't know.
I
That
don't
was also
know.
my first thought.
Literally, I was like, "That's everything. That is everything." Like,
That's
how?
so very sweet, and also, yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, "Holy shit!" Because I knew, even for me, it was bad. Like one of my friends who does no furry stuff, but talks about smoking on their streams and all that. They had to delete everything off there.
Yeah.
That too.
So they had to delete a load of shit from that, and that was one of nearly pretty much every stream she's ever done, and she was breaking down over it, and I'm like, yeah, I don't fucking blame you.
Yeah,
no,
Once
I
again,
have
that's
to-
your full time
Exact same
thing.
thing.
Wait, do you have to take talking about smoking? I thought it was only if you actually smoked. Like,
No,
you can't talk about it
No,
either.
just
Yeah.
references to
Really?
it. And
Oh, I
everything.
As
did
an
not know it was that
autoimmune
bad.
girly that you literally uses it to self-medicate, it is very also it makes me feel more
That's-
puppy-like, so I don't care. So it makes me sad.
That's
It's like you can't talk
that's-
about drinking either, can you?
You
And it's
can't
like,
talk
yeah,
about-
you can be
You
you can
only
be
drink apple
fucking
juice.
someone. You can be fucking the shit out of someone until they fucking don't move anymore. But nah, I can't just go have a quick.
But you
quick
can't have a
swig
gla-
of-
you can't have a
quick
glass.
swing of
Can't
a
pull from my cider.
WKD
Nope.
or
No.
something.
I think what bothers me a lot about what's been happening is that they've taken this definition of consent and applied like the most prudish and extreme like
Puritan.
interpretation of it. Puritan
Mhm.
interpretation of it.
That's the thing. It's Puritan culture.
It's puritanical. And it's
It
like
is.
I hate that they dress it up this way. It's like, oh well, we don't know if you can consent if you're like having some alcohol or some like weed or whatever it is. It's like I really don't understand why they have to dress it up like this. It really just annoys me to no extent.
It's because like that's funny because like this might be getting off a tangent, but I've had parties where they explain how the rule works. Simple enough. You give consent before you drink. I'm about to get drunk. I'm down to party and have sex, but if you take consent away while drunk, you cannot give it back. And
And
that's
also, if you're the
Yep.
streamer,
Exactly.
like
That's a
clearly
simple
you're consenting. You are the active party here.
Exactly.
If I stop consenting, I end stream.
Yeah.
So then, like they won't
There's
do
this
anything
really cool
about like
button
the
I can
AI
press.
accounts on their platform that are taking real images of women and making AI like deep fakes and
Ugh.
posting that you can find AI accounts on Fansly. You
I know.
report
I
when
know,
something
and
happens.
there's only so much fucking reporting we'll do as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you
It's
guys have that
unfortunately.
guy?
Because AI
do you guys
slop
have
is-
that? Do you
Oh, sorry.
guys have that guy who goes around and says like, "Oh, I'm under 18. Like, are you willing to make me some content?"
I've not
like
had
posing
that.
Ew.
so
No.
like,
No,
no, thank
I
you.
I
have
get
not
that
had
guy
No.
coming to
Thank
me
you.
every so often.
Yeah,
Oh my
Ew.
god, I'm
I'm in
so
some-
sorry.
To be fair, I have
Yeah,
restricted
block
DMs, so
that.
that's probably part of it. They're like,
Yeah.
I don't want to pay if the answer is
Wait.
gonna be no.
Well, I've got I'm in some. a
I've
couple,
gotten other
Discords
I've got other
that
things.
like people screenshot this thing. It's one guy goes around essentially harassing VTubers by
Creep.
like pretending to be underage.
Yeah,
That's
and there's
fucking disgusting.
there's another one who goes around like demanding like the wedgie fetishist. Have you guys had the wedgie fetishist?
I've seen that one too.
No.
No.
no, I've had
You guys
the
getting
occasional fart
weirder
person, but I have not
fetishists than
had.
me.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna invite
I've
you
had
guys
the
to the
fart people,
server.
but I
Hang
have
on,
not
I'll
had a
invite you
wedgie
to the
one
server.
before.
I was like, and like, he
I've had the
messaged me at
fart
first,
people.
and he's like, "Oh, do you like wedgies?"
Oh, I'd love to
And I
have the
was like,
farting
"Well,
people.
no, not really, but you know." And he's like, "Oh, would you give yourself a wedgie?" And I was like, "Well, okay, here's my menu, you know." And then he ignored it completely, and he's like, "Are you doing it?" And I just replied, "Not for free," and he blocked me,
$1
and then
million.
came back on
What?
another
Then he
account.
blocked you. Wow.
Blocked you. You're lost.
Fucking
That was Jeff Bezos.
Looking
That was
specifically
Elon
for
Musk.
wedgies.
Wait, does Jeff Bezos own YouTube? No, we're good. Never mind.
It could have been Elon Musk. He
It-
likes weirder shit than that.
It's like, yeah, well, you have my child. Oh Lord.
Then now there's a man with a breathing kink.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's definitely some very interesting ones. I accidentally sent Papa through a fucking moment there when I mentioned the fart people. I have had people come into my chat before. They're like, "Hello, yes, can I pay for you to fart into the microphone?" I'm like, "Nah, it's not my menu, honey, but thank you at least for asking." They're like, "Okay, have a nice day,"
Yeah, I
and then they
have had
laughed, and
that
I'm like,
one.
"I think that's the politest, most
Yeah.
out of left field request I've ever received." But they took it like a champion, and I was like, "You know what? Godspeed, little soldier. I hope you find the person."
Probably
So what
face
we talked about,
rejection
I think.
a lot.
You know what? They
You're
look
probably
like
the
about it.
nicest.
Shab.
You're probably the nicest person that rejected them, so they're probably like,
Exactly.
"Oh, yay!" They didn't
They're
say,
like, "Oh,
"No,
you
you little
treat me
freak."
like a
Fart
pariah,"
people
and I'm
be
like,
real
"Nah, it's all good,
polite."
homie. You like what you like."
So we talked about this on the
Unfortunately-
feed episode. The feet guys are usually the most polite because they're just so used to getting no's all the time.
Yeah, no, straight up.
No,
Yeah,
I only
and, like,
I only
I-
had one abhorrent instance, which was unfortunately as an Asian girly, it was race play, and we don't fuck with that
Oh, yeah.
one.
Based.
Fuck
I
that.
had and I know a certain person in here actually does like this, but I've had the most like thing I get is someone just going in and going, absolutely bully the shit out of me, call me the most
It was me. Yeah, it's
degrading,
me.
like racist,
okay, it's me.
fucking
Yeah.
homophobic
Sorry.
shit.
Okay, I'm
I'm
sorry, Papa. You don't have to
Wow.
fucking air me out in front of everybody like this.
I didn't say it was you. I'm just saying that someone may or may not like that, but I don't mind doing it. But at the same time, it makes me, once I'm finished, I'm like, are you all right? Are you okay? Please, I didn't
You
mean.
okay?
No, but I will be after you.
No, honestly, same though. I feel bad being mean to someone, even if they're paying for it.
Mm,
Oh,
I don't.
God.
I know.
Like, sorry.
Valid.
No, it depends. One depends on the person. Two depends if you know them. If you
Yeah.
know them and you know that that exactly what they like, and like, say if it was me and Johnny, I'd be perfectly fine with it. But someone who
Yeah.
I don't know, it feels like almost like when you want to look at you squint and go, oh, you're going to use this for something, aren't you? You're gonna use this against me.
I have like
Give you a
when
Google
there's
Doc.
when
Literally.
there's like
Some
when they-
horrid
when
shit
they
I had to
want,
say
like,
to some people.
harsh treatment. I have an extensive like negotiation and briefing session before we get into any of that. Like, and
Right.
I make sure that I keep records because people can like what they like. Like if you want me to, you know, tell you to get on the floor and while I throw garbage on you and you lick my feet or whatever, then fine. But like we need to discuss what's going to happen and how you're going to react to that and what experience you have, etc. first.
Yeah, 100%. As I've done like the odd thing where someone's like, I just really want you to degrade me, and it's like, all right, we're gonna have some guidelines, and it's just it's really like any good like BDSM kink relationship. You kind of have to have those guidelines where you kind of like, all right, what's the safe word? What are the limitations? What are your do not touch on this? That's actually something I'm really sensitive about kind of things. Like just getting a base premise of like what actually is Gucci and what is like, I don't know. This is reaching into the I feel bad saying this zone. And that's like a big thing for me when I have these conversations with people as well. And it's like, I mean, again, I'm not gonna yuck anyone's yum. If you're into like, someone treating you like absolute dirt and grinding your face into the carpet, fucking Godspeed. I hope you have a good time. But like my personal preference is like I prefer being a soft dom. I prefer telling somebody that they're a very good boy for me or a very good girl, and I want to let them know that they're doing such a good job. And
Yeah,
it's like
or-
I want them to
or
have
you-
fun because it's like a whole thing.
Or you torment them horribly, but you're soft while doing it, and you're like, "Oh, does that hurt? Yeah."
Yeah, like teasing them is fun. Yeah.
Aw.
I just like the idea of not doing lasting damage to somebody. I don't wanna be
Yeah.
someone's
Yeah, I was about
therapy
to say, I'm
session.
like, I don't want to be the reason for a therapy visit.
Not to sound like an absolute hypocrite, but I also do like being quite harsh. Like, it's not, like I say, it's all about just how well you know the person. I like fucking someone
That's
up,
it too, yeah.
but
If it's like
I
from the
would like
first
to
time
see
comes
that.
out,
I think
you're
you
kind
should
of
really
like,
well,
right?
honestly.
yeah, exactly.
Because there's a difference between like a kink scene and a crime, you know?
yeah.
Not according to Fansly. it's
Usually,
not.
how much paperwork was written in first. But no, like I can agree to that as well. It's like if you've got
Today, ladies and
familiarity with somebody,
gentlemen, we
like
committed a crime.
ooh, crimes. But yeah, I know it very much is like if I'm already like familiar with a person and I've got like a very good understanding of what their limitations and boundaries are, then also it's gonna come and flow out of me like way more naturally. But it's the same as like and this kind of ties into like doing pet play stuff as well. And it was one of those other weird like, man, how far into this can I go without Fansly going, nope, not allowed anymore. And I'm just kind of like, but I just called them good. I just told them that I wanted to tug on their leash and pat them between their ears. What's wrong? What happened? Like humans have ears. Just throwing that out there. I could literally mean I'm just planting a kiss on their forehead. But all right. No, it's just oh god, it's so strange and wonky now. It feels very much like I'm still more comfortable streaming on like Fansly and adult platforms and things like that. more so than I am sometimes when I want to stream on Twitch, because it's like I can still just kind of be my usual goofy self, but my boobs are out. But,
Yep.
like,
Just freeing,
It's great.
not knowing you can, because like so much of Twitch is sort of like no shade to anybody, but a lot of Twitch is basically just throwing innuendos instead of saying what you want to say, and that can get
Yes.
tiring after a while.
sometimes I do straight up just say what I want to say, but I'm like, there's a reason I have the sexual content warning on my on my thing out the gate, because
Then fuck
sometimes
me,
I go
it's
stream of
different.
consciousness, baby. But it's also why, like, I recently tried out ePlay and Joystick for other platforms I've been using for my furry content, because ePlay gave me the green light and Joystick is like, we welcome furries, and like it was so, I'm not gonna lie, it was so fucking funny. I got reached out to by Joystick like years ago when they first started the platform, and they're like, hi, we're a new streaming platform, and I'm like, you feel a little bit like Kick. I'm gonna just watch and see what happens first. I'm just gonna sit in the wings and wait just to see what happens, just to make sure this doesn't turn into a big fucking mess. But when it comes to like actually like exploring it, I think it was like 2 days after Fansly made the announcement, Joystick was like, pros and cons, and it had like the joystick symbol and like the Fansly symbol, and it was like, allows furries, things like that.
Good on
It
them
was
for
fucking
that.
silly.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate
First mover
companies
advantage.
calling
The
each other out
first
like that.
site-
That shit's funny.
Yeah, the first site to
How-
welcome
how-
furries is gonna make some good money. Put it out there.
I'm honestly
Well,
curious.
so
how
many
was it-
furries showed up, we crashed the site.
Really? They did?
Yeah,
Damn.
no,
Oh.
so joystick servers couldn't handle the sudden excuse me, hold on, let me rephrase this. Joystick servers couldn't handle the sudden load of furry goodness that showed up, so it was a little bit much for them. They suddenly had to do a bunch more backend. They hired on more
Change.
staff,
That kid is crazy.
and they had to like do a bunch of stuff to like kind of take in the sudden influx, because their users their user list suddenly spiked, and there was like suddenly so many more new streamers and stuff like that, and a bunch of them were either furry or furry adjacent or pet players who were like, I'm not gonna fuck with what's going on over on Fansly anymore. And so just suddenly their servers were like, hi, if you're noticing an issue with your streams not fully loading or not able to stream right away, sorry, we suddenly got a very big influx of people. So please stand by.
I mean, I'm
Kudos to them
curious
though,
how-
they send weekly updates.
No, that's
Yeah.
that's really cool. I'm honestly curious because, like, when it first came out, I tried moving over, but I think I was just too bitter about the whole situation to really
Honestly,
be
so
able to bring
valid.
myself to start over on another site. Like, it was just, I just couldn't bring myself to it. But now that like time is going on, I'm feeling better about things. I might want to go back there if you're saying it's good, then how does
I've
ePlay as
only
well?
heard really good stuff. A few of my friends have gone to it and they really enjoy it.
What are you
out of
guys talking about?
experience-
I went to the loo. I
No worries.
Joystick.
Joystick. We're talking about
And
joystick.
Joystick.
And
Yeah.
ePlay.
Okay.
So, yeah, I will say ePlay. The only reason I really went with them is because I already had an account, and I will say their support staff really good. Their model dashboard really clean and crisp and really like nicely organized. I actually really like ePlay's like the back end stuff. I think that looks really really good. Joystick, it looks a little clunky. It's their UI is a bit of a learning curve in some of the spots because it's a little bit of figuring stuff out. You also, they're they and ePlay both run off of token systems rather than straight cash. So that is one thing to keep in mind. Also, Joystick does allow for you to choose between a set amount earned or a variable, which means that you can earn anywhere between a certain window of cents per token, or you get an exact amount of tokens, but you can never earn more than that, for example. So things like that to keep in mind if you are planning to explore it.
What, you can't earn more than a certain amount?
No. Sorry, let me rephrase. You get two options when you sign on to make your account with them. You can choose whether you have variable tokens. That means that for every token spent, you can earn anywhere from 3 to 8 cents, I think.
Okay.
Or you can have a set token amount, which means that every single token you earn will always equal 5 cents. So if the token percentile ever drops below 5 cents, for those that are in the variable, that means we'll earn less than 5 cents per token. However, if you are in the set variable, you will always earn 5 cents. You will never drop below that. But if the token
Right.
variable is favorable and is usually averaging around 7.5 cents is usually the standard, you will never be able to earn more than 5 cents per token if you chose a set amount rather than the variable.
Right.
So
Okay.
does the
right,
value of the token fluctuate?
Fluctuate, yeah.
It can. It has not dropped below, I think they said it hasn't dropped below 6.5 to 7 cents per token in almost 9 months, almost a
And-
year, something like that. And
And
it's
Atra,
based off of like how much somebody spends buying tokens. Essentially, it gauges like, so you know how Fansly sometimes does like deals where it's like, hey, you can get like 10% off of your
10%
wallet
off,
costs and
yes.
stuff like that,
Yeah,
or you get
right.
10% more, things like that. So these token sites sometimes have sales and stuff like that too. But depending on the variant of like, yeah. So it's like however much they spent kind of equates a bit more of like the average of what you could expect to receive.
Right. So,
So,
it's like a bit
somebody that
situation
gets-
on Twitch where like a bit is a bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Got it.
And Atra, I think
It's very
you
much
mentioned
like
once, like tokens and systems like that give you some protection against payment processors
Correct.
because
They do.
you're technically
That is one of the reasons why people like joystick are able to have furries on it. Yes, that is one of the reasons.
That is actually
see.
okay. That's interesting.
So I've linked in chat and I will link in the show notes also. I took a week around the time the bans went down to evaluate the TOSs of 14 different porn sites.
A hero.
You'll be able to see there which ones have tokens, which one allow multi-streaming, which ones allow furries, yada yada. So go ahead and check that chart out. It ain't perfect, but it is the best I can figure out from reading TOSs. My brain.
Honestly,
I'm
mad
not a
credit
lawyer,
to
I'm an
you,
accountant.
Absa. You still took in the time and the effort to like do the due diligence, which is more than even people who plan to work on those sites sometimes do. So kudos to you on that.
Yep.
But yeah, like that was one of the things that I kind of had to gauge was like, all right, I have to also that was another kind of tricky thing about having to move to another platform is how do I change what my earning was going to be on Fansly versus how I equate that into token amounts on these other platforms. And depending on the ratio of what I could potentially earn, how do I change that? Because, for example, Joystick and ePlay both use a token system. Tokens do not equal the same amount on those sites.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a bit of a pain in the ass. Like 600 tokens, for example, on ePlay equates to $50, roughly. Whereas on Joystick, it's less than that. So it costs more tokens on Joystick to equate the same amount on ePlay.
I will say this though, one thing that we haven't mentioned is that chargebacks are a huge issue for creators, and
Oh
tokening
yeah.
system is a big protection against chargebacks.
Mm-hmm.
True. That's the other big thing about it is that as iffy as token systems can be, because there are a lot of people who are like, why do I have to drop like this much money for this many set tokens? And I'm like, you do it on Twitch for bits. So
Yes.
like,
True.
I hate to throw this out there, people, but it's really not that much of a different system. You're just being a little weirder about it because it's on a porn site.
Also,
yeah,
sex workers,
maybe...
just real quick, I'm gonna hold your face right now. It's just look into your eyes. Do not use PayPal for any services of a sexual nature, because they will close your account and take your money. Do not use PayPal. Use a website. Use a payment processor. Sorry, continue.
No, it's all good. It's an
Yeah.
important thing to say. And the
Right.
other thing as well is if you are locked into a situation where PayPal is your only option, for the love of fucking God, don't say what it's for.
Right.
Yeah.
That will get you banned.
'Cause
off
that's the
Cash
other
App
thing.
And Venmo too, by the way.
And if you are a creator that is earning like income and stuff like that from it as well, get used to making invoices. Don't just do it through friends and family. Don't just put it as like a PayPal request. Put it as an invoice because that is an actual paper trail that, and you can customize your invoices as well to match certain styles of like I have ones for like if I'm doing photos, if I'm doing videos, if I'm doing audios. because they each one has different rules, each one has different guidelines, and each one have different base premises. But the base cost is the same, but it helps me to organize my stuff because as a, content creator full time, I kind of have to call this shit on my taxes. So I need to be organized. But at no point do I have how would I word it? ASMR thick mouse milks you for all you're worth. Come X, ejaculate X furry X. I don't have that in the commission
New audio
details.
idea. Hang on.
What, you want to be my test subject, Sandra?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
his
a bit of
boy
research, of
outfit.
course.
Oh, yeehaw, cowboy! I'll milk you for all you're worth. But
I'll put
yeah,
on my
no,
Minotaur
genuinely
outfit,
though,
I'm
it's
good to go.
but no, like it's one of those things you gotta keep yourself safe, and you have to do so many fucking backflips and so many like turns and changes and adjustments to make things work. And
Yeah,
it's
you
such
have
a
to
pain
put in
the
so
ass.
much effort to protect yourself.
Yeah, and now they're making it harder to do the things that we do on top of protecting ourselves, which is why this big change was such a pain in the dick. Because not only did we suddenly go from, oh, quirky, little niche, sure, to suddenly, no, you're considered illegal here now. And it's like, okay, fine, I guess. Thanks. Ugh, it's a nightmare zone we have landed ourselves in, but we persevere.
It's a
And we tell them,
lucrative nightmare,
fuck
let's
you,
put it
payment
that way.
processors. We will work around you if we have to.
Absolutely. I wanted to sort of wrap up with some questions about pet play and other sort of like content related. So, here's a question about pet play, actually. So, when engaging in a pet play or anything with an inherently dom sub or master sub relationship, what are safeguards or barriers that you feel you need to have in place?
I definitely think like this goes for I think like for like general relationships and also like sex worker slash content creator relationships is I think especially as like the pet people like I think we already like explained this like people already like assume things of you so they will treat you like based on your role as like a sub or a dom, right? So like I'm definitely like subleaning, so like I'm into the whole like degradation thing. Like definitely like smash my face into the dirt and tell me I'm a dirty puppy. And I need a bath and I'm stinky.
Write that down, write that down.
I'm a dog. Write that down. Write that down. But also at the same time, like I tell people like there's like a small little smidge of me that like is a switch I'd like to say because I like puppy boys. Like it's a weakness of mine. Like size play as well for both like dom and subway. Because I'm a 4'11" tiny little thing, but I swear I'll fuck you up. But yeah, that's the thing. Like, I feel like I'm very fortunate that people in my chat are very good about like dancing between it because some people will be like, "Is it okay if I call you a bitch?" And I'm like, "Sweetie, of course, but thank you for asking." Like, it's
Right.
really nice.
Yeah.
But then there's other people who. And I feel bad for a lot of doms who engage with this, where they're just like, "So yeah, you want me to be your dirty boy because you want me to be my mistress." It's still the same thing, right? It's still the same ick, even if it comes from a person who's being dominant and icky.
Yes.
It's the same icky from a
absolutely.
subway too, right?
100%.
I've gotten that like where people just like some people hate being called mommy and like it's an ick, and people would just automatically be like, "Oh my god, big titties, you're mommy," you know?
Mommy.
So
Mommy, hag
Yeah.
mommy. Like,
literally.
I've got one
Yeah.
that just calls me mommy all the time, and it's fine. But like,
Some people
Yeah.
are icked by that, and like you just can't automatically assume those things just because I'm a dog doesn't mean that like anybody can exactly degrade me. You gotta tame me first a little bit. You gotta warm me up. I gotta sniff your hand a little bit. Maybe do a little bit of tricks for a treat. I don't know, but I think
I
that's like
always
the
use
whole
the
thing.
analogy, like, because I work with dogs in my sort of like other life, where if that dog doesn't want me to hold his leash, he's gonna bite me. Like he's gonna like turn on me. Like it's a mutual thing. I can't just yank on that leash and be like, "You obey me now, dog."
Exactly. But also like on the other sense of things with like the whole like sex work thing is like I'm a dog, I'm parasocial in a sense, like adjacent, because like, you know, I love on things. Like, you know, you're like, oh, you know, my dog, he can't, like, he'll let anybody in because he loves strangers. I'm sorry, that's me. I love everybody. Like it's kind of like I love on
Aw.
everybody in my chat and everybody like
Friendly.
that. But like people know that, you know, it doesn't go beyond like I'm a content creator, I'm a sex worker kind of thing.
Right.
Mhm.
I think that's really well put. Like I've had similar sort of complaints from like other creators I know that sort of like have like a subby persona or like a pet play adjacent persona where like people just come into chat and like I'm yanking on your leash, I'm pulling on your collar,
Ugh.
you know, stuff like that.
Grab
Assuming
your leash
consent.
and take you somewhere. Like,
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
digital touch is still touch, people.
Facts.
Cosplay
Also,
is
who
not
are you,
consent.
stranger?
Is also VTuber. Like, come on. Like,
Yeah. That's a good point, Mystique, about the digital touch thing. I mean, you know, I'm sure some of you listeners are rolling your eyes right now, but look, saying your intentions to somebody as they're like live streaming or like putting on performance still has a visceral reaction sometimes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're
Mhm.
role.
Oh, straight
Yeah,
up.
you
If
still
you are
ask
role
permission.
playing, doing things to me without my consent, it's the same kind of ick. I'm sorry. It's still a form
Absolutely.
of touch.
I'm too honest where I'll just be like, sorry guys, I need a moment. Or I sometimes read something in the chat if it's like a bot message or something unhinged. I'm just like, dear God, man, like have some like, I don't know, like sense of like
Decorum.
self, like anything, yeah. Like,
Mhm.
can you see yourself right now? Like, look at yourself in third person, please.
Yeah. I tell people, love yourself more, man. Love yourself more than to be this.
I've got a question here from Marshmallow, actually. Thank you, chat, for using Marshmallow. Question.
Ooh.
I engage with pet play from a more safe work perspective, a safe space, but often find myself internalizing a lot of stigma around the process and struggle to get in the headspace after allowing that internalized experience to fester. Any advice for reconnecting with that puppy side of myself?
Oh, honey, literally, being a puppy is like the most purest thing ever. Like,
Yes.
it doesn't have to ever be sexual, like ever, ever, ever. First of all, don't let anybody think or choose to impose that kind of stuff on you. Like, it can be a sense, I think, in the similar sense of like age regressing, which is inherently, obviously, not sexual. Absolutely
Definitely
not.
should not
And
be.
exactly. It's more about a comfort thing. And like I said, for me, after clocking out 9 to 5, I don't want to be a human anymore. I want to be a dog. Being a dog is much more fun. I get treats, I get to do tricks, I get to sleep, I get to do whatever I want in that moment. Just to be a cute little thing on somebody's lap. And like that's not sexual. That's just you just wanting to be like doted upon. So do you.
Yeah. There's nothing more pure than a little puppy. Like,
Yeah,
You know,
you're
golden
playing. You're
retriever.
playing with an ideal. You're not
exactly.
like. Yeah.
Also, there's like kimono Mimi now. Like, oh my god, I can't believe. Back in my day, I used to get bullied for wearing ears and a tail, and now it's a
Oh, yeah.
fashion statement. Whatever.
it's
Oh
only allowed
man,
on
like
fans,
same
like-
thing with wearing glasses.
What the heck, man? Like, I wanted to wag my cute little tail and be. I mean, I still can, but like, I'm pushing
Snip, snip,
30, and I'm like,
Baldy, Waldy.
oh.
There was more judgment back when we were like discovering that
Facts!
side of
Oh, yeah.
ourselves.
Exactly. I wore a tail to school once, and people were just like, "You're a furry, aren't you?" And I'm like, "Well, I mean, like if you put it that way, maybe."
If the tail fits.
I mean, exactly. Like I
Yeah,
remember getting
no-
my first taste at an anime convention, and I was like, "My people."
It's
that's the
like
thing,
it's
is
like there's an
conventions great for
explosion
that.
in the back of your head when you find your people.
Right.
Oh, 100%. And if you're looking for ways to kind of softly guide yourself into that space, like
Right.
there's obviously different ways to do it. So there's some people who want to be able to do it just on their own. There's some people who want to be guided into it. I personally have guided people into puppy space more than once, and it's just being able to be gentle with yourself. If you're looking at a way to do it for yourself, think if like as a puppy, what would you want? What do you want? What would you like to do? And give yourself that little treat. Give yourself that opportunity. One of the ones that I worked with for a while, I convinced her to like go, like there's this particular like plushie that she really, really wanted, and she could afford it. It wasn't gonna be like a financial thing for her. So I was like, get yourself that plushie, curl up with it, like nibble on its ears, just enjoy, put on the thing that you want to have on in the background, and
love
just
toys.
allow yourself in the space that is safest for you. Enjoy yourself. Feel no shame because you are feeling your most self. And there's nothing wrong with that.
And you're not performing for anyone.
Exactly. Yeah, like she only told me that, like, what she ended up doing, like, afterwards, when I just gave her just that advice of like, all right, well, why not treat yourself? Because think about it this way: if you had an owner, and that owner really, really wanted to give you that toy and really wanted to give you that, how would you react if they got it for you? And so I was like, give yourself a moment to be the owner, so you can enjoy being the puppy, and give yourself that space to enjoy yourself, because you deserve it. You deserve to feel like a good puppy. You deserve to feel happy. You deserve to wag your tail and enjoy yourself. It's okay to want to enjoy it from a safer work perspective. There will always be naysayers, but the fact is, you know your genuine self the best. You will know what you want from it. Don't deny yourself that because of other people's opinions of it. You deserve that happiness.
There's a YouTube creator called Funky Frogbait that
I love Funky.
I love her too.
Funky's great.
And she did like a series of like shorts on like you know, your internal monologue, like, and how it like puts you down a lot of the time when you internalize a lot of negativity. And she was just like standing in her kitchen by herself eating Oreos, and the voiceover of her internal monologue was like, "You look really stupid right now," and she just starts screaming, "Who am I performing for?" And like, and that's so true. Like, when you're in that space, you're not performing for anyone except yourself, and it is so difficult to deprogram that feeling of being watched and being judged constantly. But yeah, it's definitely worth practicing getting into that space so that you can feel more authentic when you're just alone with you and your soul.
Yeah, and I feel like puppy play doesn't necessarily have to be like black and white. Like for me, I like going on walks. I like getting my favorite treats sometimes. I like spoiling myself and like putting on my collar. I think there's a bunch of little tiny things that can just be self triggers for yourself too. And like different ways to just
It's like
kind
putting
of
on a
like
coat.
literally. I mean, it's just like also like part of your personality just kind of melds into it at the same time. So, I mean, I also like eating out of a dog bowl sometimes too. So like it really is up to you, whatever you want.
There it is.
What do you usually eat out of the dog bowl?
I mean, like, I mean, those are for the spicier streams. Like, I like it is, you know, part of being a dog is part of the degradation part for me.
Okay,
you know,
fair enough.
wink, wink.
Sorry, my brain immediately was just like Cocoa Puffs.
Cocoa Puffs. Yep, that does look like dog kibble. That is
It
how it's gonna
does.
be.
They do. I mean, I'm just laughing because like I feed the dogs in like literally food trays and like you know those like boxes you get takeout in. Sometimes I make
Oh my
pizza
God,
boxes
yeah.
out of those too. So
Listen, I've tried dog kibble once for a Twitch thing for a donathon, and it not a fan.
I'll just put it out there.
Would rather
The GI biome kibble smells amazing. I've never tried it, but it smells pretty good.
Are you talking about the Hill Science Diet one?
Yes, the hillside sign.
No, that's the one that I ate. Oh, it's not. It's not
Oh,
good.
Is it not good?
No, that's not the one.
Oh, well, I
It's
definitely
stuck
won't
to
be
your
eating it
teeth.
now.
It gets stuck to your teeth.
What the fuck is this going into?
It gets stuck to your teeth. If you want, I can send you the
Reviews.
clip.
Let's go,
If you
boy.
want- listen,
Sorry,
listen. Get me a little hyped up enough, and maybe I might crack.
I've made this man stay up to listen to this bullshit.
Well, my preferred method of puppy chow is it's like, all right, my God.
Man, we love a bit of pedigree, chum.
Okay, but what do we think
Oh,
meow,
yeah.
meow mix tastes like?
Wait, the kibble. It was just. Oh my god. dude,
Meow, meow,
I don't
meow,
know.
meow,
My
meow,
mom
meow,
used to
meow,
make
meow,
her
meow,
own
meow,
kibble.
Meow, 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 meow.
My mom used to make like homemade kibble for our dogs.
Oh
And it
yeah.
used to stink. She used to bake it in like the oven.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
Like
there
they loved it,
is-
and it was super healthy for them. But
there is a dog food factory like in Ohio around where I like go out to, and it reeks.
I bad.
Well, it's in Ohio, so you know.
Well,
All better rest in
How much
space.
of it's Ohio versus the factory?
Dang.
Yeah, that's right. It's located next to the Hellgate. That is okay. Anyway, so this is a question about the change to the human avatar, and so as we've mentioned previously, both Papa Welsh and Reina have made human forms in response to these changes. But this is a question for sort of everybody. So the question is, have you adopted an alternate human or Kemononimi, thank you, avatar in response to these changes? If not, what would a hypothetical Fansly compliant VTuber look like for you? How would you change yourself to appeal to this new Fansly TOS? Me, I won't have to change anything because I essentially just stream as myself.
Same. I just have horns
Lucky.
and wings.
I just have
And a
tentacles. And it is funny because like on YouTube where I occasionally post things, the random commenters are just like, "What's with the tentacles?" And I'm like, I don't even need to explain this right now.
It's like one of my Japanese hentais. I mean, for me, I do canonically have a human form that I created. I don't use it much for content, but I guess I could have done that. But I'll be real, getting a whole new model, that's expensive and time
All
consuming.
you need to do to like really fuck with people is just color yourself like human skin colored,
Sounds
Oh,
disgusting.
that's what I
love
did.
it.
and it would be absolutely
Fucking
delightful.
That
weird.
did scare my audience
Every
when I saw that on
fucking
screen.
time.
for the first
It's so weird.
Ponch
Oh.
did that once, and she posted
I
a picture,
remember.
went D-Goblins, you're goblin, and the,
Oh, I remember that.
the comments were all, put it back, put it back, put it back!
So Johnny, would you feel weird streaming as like human Johnny, hypothetically?
I guess I could do it, but like at that point, I think I would just start face camming.
Fair.
Yeah. I mean, I like VTubing more than face camming, but yeah, I don't know. I think at that point, I would just say fuck it.
The question for Welsh and Reina, how do you feel streaming as like your human selves? Do you feel different at all, or are you just sort of the same with like a different avatar?
I'll let Papa go first on this one.
Yeah, nah, I just feel kind of. Don't get me wrong. It is a bit of a jar. Like, you know, what I mean, it's a bit different to what it was, but at the same time, like I said, for me, it was always just people didn't really come to see my model because at the time it was just a head and shoulders of my. I didn't do many VR streams where they would be able to see more of my models, but like my YouTuber was literally just a head and shoulders of my avatar of an art from a very talented artist called Padunk. And that was it. And then it was just my voice coming through it, but it was just a head and shoulders. There was no NSFW shit about it. This version that I've done was the upgrade I was going to do anyway to like a full, like, you know, 3/4 model where you could see a lot more. You could get his dick out, shit like that. And then the TOS shit happened. And I was like, all right, fuck it. I'll just make him a fucking reverse werewolf kind of thing, and just go, there you go. He has a human form. And like, to be fair, I actually really like my human form. I think he looks kind of cool. I got to do a lot more design with the tattoos. He's still, like, you can't really see it on this one because his shoulder plate's covering it, but he has a tattoo of
The power,
his,
The
of his,
Papagen, you can see the
Yeah.
muzzle.
yeah, you can
Like,
that's
very
poking
cool.
out.
and then that became my new logo as well. So a lot of it has actually come like a lot longer for me. Don't get me wrong, there are a few people that are like, don't like it, don't suit you, whatever.
I miss this.
right.
Yeah,
There's always
exactly.
gonna
But at the end of the
someone
day,
that, misses it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Also, I
Exactly.
suppose you've got so many avatars that like
Oh,
you can
yeah.
slip into different identities like quite fluidly, I think.
yeah. Well, that's the thing with-
It
with
still
my
was jarring to
content.
see human Papa Welsh though.
I know,
yeah.
it's so weird.
Yeah, but at the same time, everybody, let's be really real. For my streams, there's one thing you're coming for, and it's the growls, and you're getting
Growls
that no
and the
matter
beef.
what.
Yeah.
You have no
Yeah,
idea how
yeah.
weird it was to see him in your avatar, Atra.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot I helped you with that.
Yeah, we were.
So
I
what
was
Mystique
doing,
is-
Do the
I was
roar.
doing. We were
what
doing.
Mystique
I was
is
doing a
referring
set
to
with.
is
Oh, sorry.
It's fine. You know how we mentioned earlier about how long it takes to get VR content done because it's like a lot of editing and you have to move around and such. The one and only VR set that I've ever done with Lady Mystique, or ever, took 3 different sessions. I fell asleep during one of the sessions, and Papa Welsh did have to fill in at some point to finish that up.
Well, it's
Slip
because
into
we
his
did.
skin.
We shot some videos, and then I realized that I didn't have my camera set to streaming mode, so I couldn't use any of the footage because you could see the camera on the screen. And I was like, I literally cannot tell Atra that I've done this and make him come back. It was actually 4 sessions that we did it because there was one that we abandoned.
Oh, Christ.
And like, I was like, I cannot make him come back for a 5th time. So I went to Papa Welsh because I made Atra's avatar. So like, I had it, and I was like, listen, can you please fill in and do this because I cannot make Atra come back and do this again.
Listen, I'm
Please
just a
don't
little
tell
guy who
him.
gets
I
motion
just need
sickness
you to do
with that
this.
toaster strapped to my face.
God, VR headsets are such a trip. I still need to
Yeah.
get more used to it.
He was-
I did one VR session where I was in it for like 2.5 hours. I'm like, this is so much fun. Immediately takes off the headset. I'm out of barf.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they can be,
I
they can be a
know.
lot.
Atra
I
looked like the
fucking-
saddest man getting a blowjob ever. Like his head was just like looking down.
Well,
'cause
no,
the
I was
thing
drunk
weighing
because
his head down.
I had come back from the bar. I'm like, fuck it, let's do the shoot, and I just was like,
Yeah, can I get a sad ending?
Literally, it's just, it can be a lot, but it's just his way, isn't it? Fucking just get on
I
with
still
it.
need to steal
some
you,
points.
Papa, for some training in YouTube Mystique, because I need to pop that cherry.
Oh, yeah,
finally, now that I actually
anytime.
know how to set up my headset and shit.
Also, we need,
Um,
if you're doing VR, we need to do a shoot together because like
Oh hell
that
yes,
just needs to happen.
bet.
That needs to happen.
It shall be done.
Very well.
But yeah, God, I did have to do like a lot of changes, obviously, with my content when everything happened. So obviously, Flesh Mouse, that scared some people. It was rather funny. I'm not gonna lie. It was a little funny because I didn't really tell my audience it was happening. I just told
Oh,
them like,
God.
hey, so I found an alternative. And I just appeared on screen like this without any warning, and they're like, "Ah, shaved mouse!" And I'm like,
Shaved
Put it back!
mouse.
An
No,
expert
Papa
on
talking
Welsh.
about like,
Balls
Rita, you
rat.
promised you'd never wax yourself. But yeah, so that was. Look, I got
Sphinx
some
tatted
rainforest peeps, so
mice.
the I got some rainforest homies in my chat, so they already were upset with some of the changes, but then suddenly completely de-hairs your mouse. That was something they were not ready for.
You know what? Fuck you. Plucks your mouse.
Yeah, fuck you. It's like Fadsley out here doing that with tweezers to make it extra painful. I was suffering, y'all.
Oh
But
my
no,
God.
I think I spent like 3 fucking hours like going through because the other thing as well is I had to adjust the different arm positions and stuff like that as well. So I had to recolor all of those, and then I had to figure out what to do about my arm fluffies. And then that was also a moment where I was talking to my artist and my rigger, and I was like, hey, you want to know something really funny that I didn't realize until just now? And they're like, what? And it's like, my stockings are attached to my shorts, so if I take those off, my shorts go with them. They're like, wait, what? And I was like, yeah, when my rigger was setting stuff up, because here's the thing, that my stockings are a separate asset from them, but for some reason they accidentally attach them to the shorts, so they just go away too.
Oh my
So I had
god.
to be like, I was like, so when I'm in human form, you guys get a bonus free stripped layer because I literally can't turn that off. So have fun. God, but yeah. So there was a couple of bumps along the way, and also I'm human. Yes, yes. Not Minnie Mousey here. No, don't worry. Still give me shiny coin. But yeah, so alongside that, the absolutely fantastic Susie Q also came in mad clutch and made me a really fast humanized 3D version of me to put into Warudo.
I remember
So
Ah, amazing.
So I have that to use as well when I want to change the design a little bit, when I want to do something a little different.
I
And we're
love
actually working on
Really
a
Warudo, by the way.
2.0 of that.
Warudo's amazing.
Kiss me, wife. Sorry.
Yes.
Oh my
Oh,
God! Speaking of beautiful
After
wife.
raid.
And I've worked out how to do the hand
I was told to
tracking as
behave.
well. So like now dick ratings are way better when I have to do like small penis humiliation because I can do the little small.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah. It's raised
Yeah.
the game so much.
But yeah, it's like being able to. I will also say, mad props to Warudo for having a lot of pre-made positionings and like animations and stuff like that.
I don't know how to make the animation blueprints. You'll have to tell me.
I will happily show you. I showed Susie as well because Susie also didn't know. I look, as soon as I'm given a new program to play with, especially something involving models, I'm like, all right, how many things can I make complicated and make it fun? And the answer is a lot. So like I have like different hair toggles, I have different outfit layer toggles and stuff like that. I have a stripping thing I can do for it. I have the different preset poses that I know I like.
Oh wow. You and I need to
yeah,
spend
I-
a day together. I'll teach you VR and
happily.
you teach me the Warudo.
Yes. But no, being able to like find some fun preset positions and also like go through the scuff with chat because I'm very
Yeah.
thankful. I have a very, very good community and very kind community that is not only super respectful and also pushes the rules when I don't like catch something right away. When someone's being weird, I'm usually not the first person to call them out on it. It's my chat, and I appreciate
Right.
them so much
The
for that.
self-reinforcing community.
Right.
And it's just like they're very, very lovely people, but a lot of them also were like very accepting of the fact that this was a change I didn't make because I wanted to.
Right.
I did it because I had to. Because if I just suddenly, it's unfortunate that I got kind of landlocked to a site I no longer wanted to support as strongly because they essentially shunted the entirety of what it is that I did. So that really, really fucking sucked. And so I had to adapt. I had to improvise, and it really fucking blew. But my community was very understanding of that, and now I've taken that change that I had to do, and I've now turned it into something that I want. Like with my 2.0 for my model, I sat down with my art. Also, mad credit to my artist, Putty, who, as soon as the news came out, like she messaged me within like 10 minutes of the post going around on Blue Sky and was like, art meeting in like an hour? And I'm like, sure. And so we got into call and she's like, so I'm already working on a human variant for your new model.
Aw,
that's
I'm working on
amazing.
this. And she already had sketched out a human face for me because the main thing that we needed to change obviously was the nose and the mouth. She's like, I'm already working on stuff. If you want a PNG, I can really quickly put something out for you. And I was like, oh my God, you're so fucking sweet. What the hell? And she's like,
Seriously.
See,
yeah,
this is what
she's
it's
like,
like
this
to
is your
work with a
industry.
good
This is what you do.
artist. Yeah.
Yes.
Very good.
Well, and Putty is like one of my best friends as well. Like she's my friend first, my artist second. And so she was so scared for me when she found out that this was happening. And I was like, God, this is going to be so much extra work. I'm so sorry. And she's like, you didn't do this. This isn't your fault. We're going to get into an art call. We're going to figure out what we need to do. So my new version it now has what we call the MasterCard approved toggle. And that turns me into a human.
For everything else, there's MasterCard.
I use
God,
MasterCard as
it-
a censor
oh.
now for anything that's
Hard.
kosher for
Dominating us against our will.
Yeah.
7. Fucking Christ. But
That's
no,
MasterCard. What did we say about consent? Come on. But yeah, nah.
I feel that so much. Like, as rough as it's been, I feel like this whole event has kind of put a kick in or lit a fire under my ass to help like keep me from being complacent.
Right.
And I've been like thinking about doing video content for a while, and this kind of finally pushed me to start. And it's been genuinely a refreshing change, and I'm happy so far.
That's good.
I wish I could say the same.
Yeah.
I'm
I
not
mean, I
gonna
can be
lie,
better, there's still work, but like,
No, but that's what
I-
we're trying to work towards, and that's
Yeah,
freaking dope that
exactly.
you found that.
Yeah, no, I'm super. Honestly, I'm joking, but like I am genuinely super glad that you found like a new means of like doing what you want and doing what you love and doing it your way. I'm so
Right.
fucking happy that you found like a good middle ground part for you given all of this. I'm not gonna lie, I had to try to bounce back super quickly when everything kind of went to shit. And so I'm now suffering the consequences that I've essentially been on like adult content burnout for the last like month and a
Yeah.
half where I've been barely doing it. And thankfully my community has been extremely understanding, but it's like I was on high alert for so long that I
Yeah.
just crashed super hard the moment I could actually breathe. And it
Oh no,
sucked.
I have been streaming a lot less, like eventually, like even before I started doing videos, because it was just hard. Like I said, there was times where it felt actually painful to turn the live button, and I never felt that way on Fansly until recently. Like the last time I felt that way was on Twitch, and that's when I decided I knew I needed to like step away from it, because I follow that adage: if you're really not having fun anymore, it's time to start looking to do something else, because
Yeah.
it's I know this is a job or a second job for a lot of people,
Great
but
advice.
if you
Yeah.
it's like finding that proper, you have to enjoy doing this to a certain degree, otherwise you'll just
Otherwise,
melt.
it becomes very unhealthy and like
Yeah.
damaging for you.
Especially sex work. Like even
Yeah.
just content
God,
creation in
yeah.
general, I feel is that way. Not just sex work, but especially sex work. You gotta be in the mood, okay? Like you can't like I hear some
can't
Twitch
force the mindset.
streamers say like, it's a job, you can't always call in sick to work, and you just gotta do it. And like maybe on Twitch or in like, a normal stream that works, your community can understand, but sex work, nah, you gotta
That's a
be
quick
You
way
can
to
able
always
to.
tell
sabotage
when someone's
yourself.
not
Yeah.
into it on that
They're not
specific
into
day, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you got to call it. 'cause
Loop can only do
you're
so
not-
much.
Yeah, you're not making.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you lose the mood, the audience is going to lose the mood, and it's just going to be an unpleasant experience for everybody.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
We do have another question from Marshmallow. I'm gonna make this maybe close to our last one. If you have one more chat, I'll allow it. But otherwise, let's be
I'm gonna quickly pee while you read, but I can still hear you.
okay. Awesome. Because we are wrapping up. The depths is usually about 2 hours long. It's now 2:20, so we're wrapping it up soon. So get those questions in. The question from Marshmallow is, how did y'all find like-minded freaks with love, and how did you get over that initial hurdle of shame to get to the point to be so open with one another? Thank you. So
Oh,
it
well, let
was-
me just link my Discord. Just gonna plug my social. No.
Well, actually, Johnny makes a good point. It's Discord at the end of the day. If you see me planning lots of collabs, it's because I plan it in my Discord, in which I vet people, and we're just ping them. I'm like, do you want to collab with me? Do you want to do this thing? Whatever it is. At the end of the day, like, people who make content, you can kind of get a lay of the land of who they are and what they sort of do, and it's much easier to vet them that way. And that's what I've done to sort of find people, in a sense. In terms of initial hurdle of shame, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like, I worked initially with my friends, like people who I knew intimately as friends, and then we sort of just left over the boundary. And like, all right, we're gonna make some mood content now. Let's see how it goes. There was a lot of trust involved. There was a lot of like talking involved. The initial hurdle of shame, I don't know. I don't have shame. So
So, shame is like as someone. So this one actually, for me as a person who grew up in a Catholic household that very much looked down on homosexuality, promiscuous sex. You would get in trouble for masturbating in my house. Serious trouble. Like it was not a. I won't go too deep into it, but getting over shame is a process. It's a thing that you have to do bit by bit, but you know who you are deep down and what you're into, what you want, and as long as you are bit by bit willing to work towards that, you will beat shame. I will say that one area that really helped me is, as I said, VR was actually a good area for me to do some sex exploring without as much of the risks, as well as avoiding some of that shame, because it was in a VR world with furries and cool cartoon people, and so you felt like you could sort of just get away from all the real world shame put into your head and stuff. And actually, one of my first areas was I was part of a VR harem, and it was a very
Oh,
nice, very
wow.
good experience. I
Yeah.
believe there are plenty of harems out there. Like, I don't know exactly how to find them, but like, you know, if you look around and just talk to people in those sort of spaces, you'd be surprised who will invite you to things. And yeah, it was a good time, and that's generally my advice. Like, if you have a VR headset, that's a great place to get some sex education.
Hmm.
Because that's what this all is. It is just in the end, it's a sex education that the school system and the
Right.
government won't give us.
It's a surrogate for
Mm.
like your local game club or your little local
Local
sex.
Very
munches.
true.
Exactly.
I was very
Hmm.
lucky in that both the schools I went to had a very open and like no nonsense sex education program. We were allowed to ask literally anything during those sex education like sessions. We were told how sex works, how contraception works, how boys didn't have to go to the gym while the girls went and watched the other film. Like everybody watched every film. And my parents were also really, really open. Like my brother and I would talked openly, like when he was becoming sexually active, he came to me and he was like, okay, like, what's it like to have sex with a girl? If she's a virgin, what do I do? And I was really lucky not to have that stigmatized. And yeah, I count my blessings every day after seeing the fucked up shit that other people have had to go through to
How
get to that
lucky you
place.
are, because we got the video with the lady saying, "Girls, this is you if you have sex." Puts gum in her mouth. You're chewed up gum.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And
We
the whole-
love
Yeah.
sex ed.
we did
yeah.
we did have that like very Christian stuff as well, but it was balanced with, actual information, which I think,
Mm.
yeah.
And the
Like we
context
had
here,
a
Chad, is Lady Mystique is from South Africa, and grew up
yes.
during the midst of the AIDS crisis, and essentially,
Mm.
it necessitated no nonsense sex education because nothing else was working at the time.
Yeah. And we had national campaigns, be wise, condomize. The slogan is still known today. Our town hall, our like municipal buildings had a 60-foot condom with a South African flag on it on the outside of the building. Like teaching
60
people
feet.
about sex. Yeah, it's huge. It's
Damn.
a like skyscraper building.
The big ass.
And it
condom.
was-
The Pantheon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
the Peon's crazy.
like 10 or 15 stories tall, the condom. It was massive. And sex and condom use and being safe and what to do if you are exposed, because obviously you could be exposed consensually, but South Africa is number 1 or 2 in the world for violent sex crime. So, there is a lot of education on what to do if that happens to you as well. So, yeah. But I was exceedingly lucky, and I count my lucky stars every day.
With the
It is.
with the whole like shame thing as well, the way that I kind of basically say it worked for me anyway was I had a very good group of friends around me that the most British thing ever took the piss out of each other constantly for everything.
Yes.
And being able to have thick skin and then just being going, mate, if my mates are the only people I give a shit about liking me and actually, I care what they think. I don't give a shit what anyone else thinks. I'm me. Fucking accept it. Simple as. No ifs, ands, or buts. So basically, my only way of saying that for the whole like shame thing is just have a good group of mates around you that accept you for you. Simple as. Then
Yeah.
you'll learn to love yourself as much as your mates love you.
Fantastic
Yeah,
advice.
the Brits do have a culture of mockery. Like, it would not be
It's
unusual for your friends to introduce you to be as like, oh, this is so and so. He's a twat. and like
Oh yeah,
that,
no. I was known as
that's
the furry in the group, even though I wasn't really a furry at the time. It's just that I admit I
They
once
knew.
admitted
just
They
to
knew.
I
That's
once
affection.
admitted to liking furry porn once, and then it was like, oh, hey, who's the furry? And then I kind of just like went with it, and then I was like, actually, you know what? Fuck it. It actually is pretty decent, this shit. And then I was, and then we all like, and then it all like
Just
we all
owned
take
it.
the piss out of each other. Nah, but it's just we all take piss out of each other for all different things. Like we took the piss out of my mate for being a femboy. We didn't actually give a shit. But
Yeah.
that's how we
Well,
were,
if
and
you-
that's
if
he
you go to
accepted who
group,
he
you
was.
don't make fun of it.
Mate,
Having
we
good
all said
support
that. If
group
someone
matters.
else said that to him, we knocked them out. Like we can talk shit to our mate. You can't.
Yeah,
In
different
groups
spinning and
and out.
familiarity and strangers.
So
Yeah.
have my thing is just have a good group of mates around you that can support you with who you are.
Literally. I mean, like, I owe literally everything to VTubing and LootTubing to Des. Like, shout out Des, my wife in the chat. I love her. But
Hello,
he literally,
Des.
I
Like,
guess.
unironically, she was like we were friends like online for a very long time, and then she got into VTubing and is a LootTuber, and then like she knew that I did IRL sex work and stuff like that, but such an icon, so talented, literally got me like out of my head personally, because I feel like when you're just like, I don't know, you just always think in your head a lot of the time. You're like, oh, I'm gonna be goofy, I'm dumb, I'm stupid, I'm stinky, and like realistically, like some other people just kind of need to break you out of the shell and just like fuck it, right? Like I'm gonna be happy and be myself. So if it's like being a cock hungry goblin, then so be it. Fuck it, we ball.
Yeah.
The cock
And
concept,
sometimes
if you
it does need to come from outside because you can't break yourself out of it, and that's completely valid.
Yep.
There have been times when it's been late at night and I've said to Atra, like, can you just like say something nice about me, please? Because like I can't make my head shut up, and I really
Yeah.
need it right now.
It's important, I'm telling
Gives
you.
you all the
It really
smooches.
is. The validation matters so
Aw.
much.
Thank you.
Oh.
And
We all
likewise.
have praise kinks within us.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, not me.
Do you have
I
any-
do not have one.
Are you sure
Oh
about
yeah,
that?
he
Atra?
hates it when you
Atra, you're
praise him.
so
Oh, I
amazing,
really do.
Atra.
Hey,
He's being a
Atra,
brat. You
Atra,
see that?
You
He's
cannot
trying-
say.
yeah. No, it's
You
just
cannot say when you're
bragging.
fucking someone and
Atra
they've
is
gone,
like
your cock's
the
so good.
shepherd
That
and
doesn't
guiding
give you
all
a
the
yeah
horny
moment.
YouTubers.
Come on, man.
Sorry,
Like,
I just got
that
this.
is technically praise king. Like if you're fucking someone, they go, "Oh, your cock's amazing." It's like, yeah, fucking
Yeah,
it is.
exactly.
I'm
It
sorry.
fucking
I
is.
just imagined Atra like absolutely going to town on someone. They're like, "Oh my god, your cock's so big and good to me. Oh, it feels amazing." He's like, "No."
No, stop.
Actually,
Like he's so
Unironically, I wouldn't even like
Cross his arms. No, you ruined
It's the
it.
New York.
Immediately
It's the
stopped.
neurotic New Yorker in me.
You don't? Oh shit. Okay. Sorry.
Oh no. It's all good. Just to bring it home, as we typically end these podcasts on this sort of question, because this is a podcast about guiding beginners into the space and sort of like smaller streamers and content creators. What is some advice that you guys would give to a furry or pet play creator who is just starting out and is feeling very anxious about creating on Fansly and other sites?
I
Go
do
for
actually
it.
really quickly want
Fancy.
to touch on the previous question just really quickly. I just did want to add something to that. Straight up, conventions. Conventions is a great way to meet like-minded people and to get familiar with communities and stuff like that. Discord is great for that too. Back in the ye old Facebook group days, that was a big one as well. Sharing memes with fellow homies that shared similar senses of humor. Even if you're going to a convention on your own, actively look at what's on the like activities panel and the schedule, and then go to those panels, because everyone that's there is someone that's willing to share in the knowledge and experience of what the thing is being talked about. And especially if you're like into furry or pet play stuff and you're going to like a furry convention, a lot of them have after dark panels as well, where you can get to know each other, you can get to talk to each other, and it's not like a sex free-for-all. I promise no one will bite you unless you ask very nicely and that you mutually consent. But no, like genuinely talking to people in shared spaces, so discords, community forums, Reddit. As much of a danger zone as that feels, believe it or not, it's sometimes better than Twitter.
I believe that.
You can still find
Especially
a lot of
now.
people. Oh, especially now. You can find a lot of people that are willing to share in experiences with each other, talk amongst each other, share in jokes and memes, and be willing to not gatekeep information, as well as make you feel more comfortable in your body. And straight up what Papa said as well, just get yourself some homies that are willing to, like, joke with you, and also, like Mystique said, that are willing to, like, boost you up if you're having a down day. Because sometimes it just takes a homie going, you know what, you are so fucking gorgeous, you're fantastic, you know that. Like, just somebody that kind of gives you that little emotional boost, because sometimes it's hard to do it on your own, and that's totally valid.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
As for your more recent question, the exploring doing furry and or pet play stuff, like on like Fansly and in the adult space and stuff, like kind of getting it started. That was your second
Yes.
question, yeah?
Yeah, if you're like, let's say you're a Twitch creator who hit my mic, who wants to maybe make the move over to
could you?
Fansly. I talk my hands a lot. That's why I have a 3D model. I guess
It's
you talk my
okay.
hands.
I do too. I've bopped my mic way too many times. I'm just
I'm a
glad
big
that
hand
like
stopper.
my boomer
Yeah.
wrist holds it steady.
Yeah.
But yeah, like if you're interested in getting into it, I think the first thing that you really are going to want to figure out is what are your boundaries and what is your niche. Like figuring out your boundaries early on is going to be a massive, massive help, because there are way too many people that get into sex work and they want to be people pleasers. So they just lean into whatever their chat does. And so, like, if you say I was starting from scratch and I was making myself a brand new Fansly, and I was like, I'm gonna be a mouse woman on the internet. Wild concept, I know. All these things, and then just people started playing into like, oh, you're so small and meek. Oh, you're so tiny. Oh, you just want to be eaten, don't you? You just want to be grabbed. You want to be carried and held and stuff like that, which is very much not my vibe.
No.
Like, don't get me wrong, fucking bite the shit out of me. That's awesome. But I'm not interested in being eaten. So, like, had I not set those boundaries early on, going, hey, that's not cool, please don't do that, and, like, making yourself kind of a pseudo rules list, just give yourself the courtesy of setting your own boundaries and actually sticking to them, because no audience is worth, like, dissecting your morals to keep them.
For sure.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
not worth your dignity in your own eyes.
Yeah, and I feel like all content creators, like who are new, start off as people pleasing a little bit, because you think that's what you have to do to be a content creator, is people please. But like that's one thing I'm glad I started on Twitch and not on Fansly on, is like over time I learned to just lose patience with people, and it's okay to like tell
Oh yeah, for
people,
sure.
fuck off.
It's your space.
Yeah.
Exactly.
My biggest advice is just stick to it. Just don't
Yes.
expect results instantly.
Yes.
Just keep at it. Like, even if you
Yeah.
get the odd little, do a post and no likes or just a few likes, who the fuck gives a shit? You're starting. Just keep the fuck at it. The amount of people that will start doing content or start streaming and then do like 1 or 2 streams and go, oh, I didn't make millions, fucking shit this is, and then don't fucking do now. Yeah. No, that ain't it, Chief. You need to fucking keep at it. The amount of times where I've done a stream where I'm talking to a fucking niche, I'm talking to no one, I am talking to me, myself, and I, and that is it. But you just gotta fucking keep going at it, because you just gotta keep the routine.
100%, I agree with that so very much. Consistency, and just going at it.
And also definitely
Also,
like
just
make
start.
content like that you like, because like don't follow, like, I mean, like trends are great if you think you can make content that you want, but like I think a big thing, especially with content creation and especially in the YouTuber space, the leaderboard, I think
God,
a lot of
leaderboard.
people causes a lot of bad brain, right? Because like competition and stuff like that, and people are like, oh well, this person's doing this, well they're getting a lot of money, or they're doing that, they're like gaining traction, and it's one of
Yeah.
those things where it's like you will become miserable. This will not be
Yeah.
a thing that you will enjoy, and
Do
like
not compare yourself to the top
don't
people. My
compare
fucking
yourself.
god, there
And
is
comparison is the
no
thief of joy.
worse thing to do.
don't make content that you
Ugh.
don't like, because trust me, you're gonna go back and you're gonna see it and you're gonna be like, I hate this, and you're gonna want so, and you don't want to do that. Just do things that you like. You will fit into your niche or whatever that is. And also like if you were making content that you want and you like, that means other people are gonna want it too. Like,
Yeah.
just start that
And
library.
don't let perfect get in the way of good.
Facts. Big
Exactly.
facts.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like really, it's just. Here's my advice for you guys. Anybody who's trying to make content, if you don't ever go back, it's that keep moving forward. Like if you have an idea, like oh shit, I could have done this to make it better. Do it for the next video.
Exactly.
Don't just keep going
Part
back
2.
trying to make the perfect video. Just finish this one, go to the next one, make the next one better, and then keep making
Literally.
the next one better.
I'm
'Cause,
telling
like-
you, there's so many people that are gonna goon to your old stuff still. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Literally,
yeah.
I'm still getting likes on stuff I
Yep,
posted like
exactly.
years ago.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I get media
Those
purchases
videos
from
I
stuff from like 2
posted.
years ago.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Just keep
Yep,
your
it adds
stuff.
up.
And... Exactly.
Oh, as well, whenever you finish a stream and you're like, yeah, I've done mint on that stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pat yourself on the
Don't click
back.
don't click on another stream. that's
Yeah.
like
Oh,
that's got
no,
shit.
yeah.
Because you'll instantly be like, I've done so sick. Oh, let's check on that. Oh, I've done so bad.
Yeah, no. do self-care for that. Like the emotional drop after stream is
Sleep on it.
Self-care.
Yeah.
I take a
God.
shower.
Finish a stream, happy
I'm
yourself.
like, yep, literally.
Get a
Like,
glass of
sleep on it.
wine. I
Post
rest-
nut, man.
Post nut clarity.
It's a big
Literally.
emotional drop. People don't talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. I have that the emotional
Well-
drop could get so bad sometimes I couldn't do work or anything after. I
That's
would just
actually
go
an
through, like,
insulin
a
spike.
Yeah.
Well,
Did you
that's
know that?
dopamine, isn't it?
Wait, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because when you're streaming, and you're in that sort of excited state, not necessarily sexual arousal, but in that sort of, you're vigilant, you're alert, you're working.
Elation.
Yes, you
Yes.
are having adrenaline, and when your body leaves that state, the hormone that controls adrenaline is insulin. So your body is flooded with insulin that takes care of all the adrenaline, so you get an insulin spike. So your blood sugar drops, everything drops, your mood drops, you get tired, you get the shakes, and then your adrenaline spikes to like bring you back into a balance. And it's kind of like a yo-yo until you reach equilibrium. But that part of the sort of drop after a stream or a BDSM scene or whatever is due to insulin.
Yeah, science, bitch.
I call that
This
separation
is why we have Lady to
anxiety.
Speak
Fucking
here. This
all I
is
could
the
think about.
sexology
All I
background.
could think about was that fucking Breaking Bad meme. Just science, bitch.
Sorry, I had to ask. Hi, did you say separation anxiety?
That's literally what I call it. Like when I tell my chat, I'm like, guys, I have separation anxiety, man. Like I need this stream. I need this
Aw.
nut. And I'm like, it's on brand.
Aww.
Aw.
Separation anxiety from the nut.
Listen, I'm telling you, I'm just
That's
like,
so wholesome.
please, another, sir, please. Another, I need
May I
it.
have some more?
She just wants to be called a good
That's
girl. That's
so-
all
I just-
it is.
I
It's
just
true.
thought
That's all I
about-
strive
Okay.
for.
about a thing that Atra and I once talked about where after they nutted in their fleshlight, they just whisper, Daddy loves you.
I killed.
And it
I
whispered
slayed
back.
Chance when we were playing. What was it, Repo?
Probably.
And as I reached the climax, I went, "Oh, the British are coming!"
No.
I'm arriving at the station.
The cavalry's here, baby.
Using that on all my British friends. Thank you. I'm gonna make them
Oh,
all
that's
cringe so
hilarious.
hard.
I command them
That's
to
so
nut.
funny.
We gotta love
Yeah.
British people nutting, bro. It's so funny because we've got two completely opposite British accents here. You've got the proper, yes, and then the fucking northerner one that sounds like they belong in a mine shaft. You alright, love, how you doing?
Here's the thing. I dated a northern boy, so they both do it for me.
The duality of Brits here on the Death Podcast.
Yeah, man. The posh, what's it? The posh and the dirt and the posh.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well,
Gosh, Tati.
so we're gonna
Pardon?
wrap it up here.
Strong
Didn't
ending.
catch that. I genuinely didn't even catch what you said. Sorry.
Oh no. Well, I want to thank you guys for sort of giving that advice to streamers who are starting out, because this is a scary time to be starting out. Like,
Oh, big time.
Oh yeah.
I remember when I started, like, it was very encouraging. It felt like a brand new world to sort of like come into
Like
space. And
Fancy
like,
felt
do.
new and
It
fresh.
felt
Was
new.
always-
Everyone
Yeah,
was so
you can do
excited
anything
and
you want.
happy.
Yes.
And
It
then
was
money
very liberating.
happens.
And then MasterCard and Visa was like, absolutely not.
The
You know,
corporate
How
machine.
dare you be happy?
but like the lesson that I want to give to anyone listening to this is that yes, there are restrictions, but that does not stop you from expressing yourself. You should still seek out Fansly. You should still seek out Joystick and ePlay and all the other sites, because ultimately this work is more lucrative. It is more rewarding. It is a great way to express yourself. If you ever feel restrained by doing Twitch content or not doing content at all, the position of this podcast has always been that sex work is liberating, lucrative, and fun.
It is.
Exactly.
Even now, when things are not that clear cut, and there is always a risk that we may lose our livelihoods, I still genuinely think it's worth it.
Agreed.
My
Also,
opinions
there's
have
also like
changed.
sex adjacent work too that is
Absolutely.
super valid for those of you out there, because I saw quite a few people in there that are like, hi, I'm like ace and super not into sex for myself, but I find this super fascinating. There's actually a ton of sex positive content creators that do not make like they make sexually themed content, but they do not actually do any sex stuff themselves. And there's also
Yes.
other creators like artists that use like Picardo, for example, as another alternative
Picardo's
for
another one, yeah.
streaming that kind of work. And that's the thing, is like the limitations isn't even like your own personal desire to do the sex, it's what you want to create and what you want to do. So if you're interested, like I just try it, just start.
Yeah, like the best advice really is, if you want to do this, just start. Just do it. Don't
Just start.
wait until you've got the perfect setup or the perfect model. Like I got a $200 model from Fiverr, which served me for years, and I didn't have a debut or anything. I just started streaming, and it grew from there. And you absolutely can do the same. You don't need to buy the slick debut videos or anything like that.
I hate debut culture. I'm sorry. Like, I know it's gonna be fun, but I as a cultural thing, I think it's the dumbest thing in the world. Sorry. If anyone
I'm having a debut in 2 weeks.
I'm sorry.
Hey, we're all open to opinions here. It's okay.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna
I
be
am
wonderful.
flushing Johnny down the
You could be
toilet.
great, honey. Don't worry.
Not like
Don't worry.
a couple of us all be like, we got debuts of things happening soon.
They're like,
Get the jelly boy. Get him.
Get him.
It's
not a-
gives review the bombastic
it's not a
side.
debut. I'm not
Yes,
calling it a debut anymore.
You have to have one is like something that annoys me, but like,
Yeah, debut culture is very different from a debut.
no, your
I
debuts
think.
are gonna be great. No, they're not the same thing. I don't think. Yeah, I hate you having a debut. No, it's fine. I feel the expectation people have is bad.
Yeah.
Sorry,
No, it's
sorry.
true.
Should
I know-
admit
yeah,
that?
people literally
Apologize
crash
to
out.
this bitch.
Doing debut
We're just
culture,
teasing
yeah.
People
you.
crash out over planning their debuts and making sure they're perfect, literally. So
Yeah, you don't need
That
to
or
do
have like an
that.
unhealthy expectation of what it's going to do. Like it actually, hell, it
Like
ties
stuff.
into like your the thing Atra mentioned, like and Papa as well. Just like, oh yeah, if I do this thing, if I start it, I'm gonna make lots of money. And then when they don't immediately do that, they're like, why?
yeah.
Either it's a failing of the site or it's a
money.
failing of me.
Don't
and it's
take
like,
off and then immediately like rebrand. Keep doing it till the debut works.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
there are
some
people who do
people that
debut
do that.
culture like that. Oh, it's
Mhm.
bad. It's so unhealthy. It's just like
I
just
had
be
that
your
much
self.
disposable income. Jesus.
Like, yeah, it's just like, here's my concentrated show and tell where I get to show you where all the money you've been sending me has been going. Here you go. Anyway, back to regular business.
I feel attacked right now.
now listen, I've also rebranded like 3 times, but that's literally, it's been like the same dog, but just like more and more dinkier because I realize that it's just I'm unfortunately
You
cursed
are
to
a
just
small
be.
bean who has
Yeah,
anxiety.
I'm
dog.
I'm dinky, man. It is what it is. I pee on
Same
the couch.
white furry avatar with black tattoos for the day I fucking started to the day I'm here. Yeah, boy. The only rebrand I've done
Yeah,
is making him
boy.
human. He's
Fucking
not
high
changed.
five.
That's a lie. I gave him a rebrand by giving black tips to his ears and blacking out some of his tattoos. There you go. There's a rebrand.
How could you?
I rebranded into slightly more detailed character.
I rebranded to be thicker.
Let's
I rebranded to
go.
be slightly less like cutesy anime because I was moving into like more adult content, and
Valid.
yeah, that's it.
Says that while in chibi.
Yeah. Shut up.
I wasn't gonna say it.
Mystique is only chibi because of the limitations of my computer. Well, I've rebranded to
God.
make myself sexier, but you'll see that in 2 weeks.
Can't wait. It's gonna be a great
Wow.
debut.
We've seen it.
Super.
Chad.
We've seen it.
It's amazing.
Badass. is
Look,
what it
I'm
is.
one of the few not dogs here, but bark,
Badass.
bark, bark, bark,
Anyway, this has been the Devs Podcast, episode 57. 57, yes. I want to thank our guests for appearing here tonight. While we have talked about the fancy censorship as well as furry content here previously, it was very important to me to get this group of people together because these are all content creators that I really do genuinely endorse and admire. And while we don't know what the future holds, it is really good to sort of sit and talk shop with the creators. And I hope that if you're listening to this too, that we have helped you in some way, or at least, help you realize something about yourself. I'm going to give our guests a chance to do some plugs and tell us what they have going on, starting with Johnny.
Okay, so yes, well, all things going planned. My next TheGoonerGoo video should be dropping tomorrow. For a little sneak peek, it's going to be on the game Triple R, a very furry trash game that is set in a prison, which is, one of my favorite things. Yeah, so if you're into that sort of thing, that will be posting hopefully tomorrow. And yeah, that's mostly what I going on right now. My stream schedule is very sporadic right now because I'm sort of taking a break from scheduling my streams, just sort of streaming when I want to or when I want to get footage. I'm streaming on Fansly, but I think I'm going to start looking into Joystick and ePlay as well because I want to spread out there. And yeah,
you like
you
their
can
bots.
yes, you can find me on Twitter, Reddit, and I just started doing Pornhub shorts. So yeah.
Thank you, Johnny. I appreciate you very, very much. As I said previously, Johnny is my shaman for lewd creative things. I first discovered Johnny over on Fansly, just doing cool things with his model and art and such. So I really recommend.
And a
checking it
beautiful
out.
friendship was born.
Yes.
That was like my my gateway into meeting other LewTubers because I had no idea how to talk to other LewTubers. Like, hi, you stroke your dick good. I like.
That's me now.
But afterwards, I had the podcast and everything, and I was like, oh well, hey, what does the guy got to do to get on that? If I got this cool.
Yeah, well,
glory hole
I
thing I'm
showed
doing.
Mystique, look at this guy. He's so creative.
Oh,
Yeah, and we
Yeah,
were like,
was.
oh yeah, we need to talk to
and
this one.
and
Yeah.
and Atra has, in my own opinion, one of the best LewTuber communities. It's such a
Okay,
nice
stop it. We're
place
moving on.
to talk and hang out, and no one's
Praise.
creepy or weird.
I'm
I'm
It's
starting to
great.
think he likes it.
Can you praise the community?
always-
Jeez.
I have always said that about your stuff, though, Johnny. It's like whenever someone says, "Oh, do you know any YouTubers that do really unique things?" and I just go, "Johnny Jellyjaw," instantly.
Yep, Johnny.
same
the
though,
most
yeah.
unique shit I have ever seen going.
So
Like, it may not
Thank
be
you.
what you're into or whatever. Even if it's not, check out his stuff just to see the
Correct.
level of professionalism that you can fucking go to.
Yeah,
Aspire.
that's
what fun is it, huh?
You'll fucking accept it.
Yes, Daddy. Oh.
Anyway,
Yeah, man.
Johnny,
Yeah, you take that praise.
Yeah.
Yes,
bitch.
sir. Oh, yes, sir. Oh, I love it when
That's
Atra
that bitch
degrades me.
Okay, moving on from our degenerate Gooner bitch. Reina, what you got going on?
Real quick before we get into that, every time that Johnny kept saying goat earlier, I couldn't help my brain like auto-correcting it to Gooner of all time. Just because it's Johnny.
Gooner of all time, the goat.
Oh my god.
Another
Johnny
shirt.
is the goat, Gooner of all time.
I am.
Your subtitle, man. That is your subtitle. Go.
Notoriously
Guru.
horny creatures.
T-shirt idea.
God.
Let's go.
The
But
cult of Lamb.
yeah. So if you've been following any of my socials, you'll know that shit's been a little bit on fire lately for me. Things have been very interesting, and not in the fun way. And it feels like the Fansly thing was just the thing that really kicked a lot of it off, and then suddenly it was like, oh cool, it's just gonna snowball down the hill and just land on a heap of children. All right, we'll see what happens. But nah, I am slowly working on my re-debut for my new design. It's been slowly in the works for a while now. Hopefully aiming for New Year's for its release. I'm very excited to share it with everybody because so much love and time and effort has gone into this new design, and I've got so many cool things to share with you all. So if you're interested in seeing even thicker mouse and the updated human version that isn't just me literally pulling an MS Paint on my model, please feel free
We've
to check
all
that
seen
out.
it, chat. It's amazing.
Y'all haven't actually. You know what? After stream, I'll send you guys the Unreal version.
Yeah.
But yes,
Anyway.
y'all get the special previews. But aside from that, I'm gonna be back to streaming hopefully soon. Kind of like Johnny, I've taken a weird sabbatical from like a schedule for my streams as of late, just due to life, stress, and everything involved in it. But I am hopefully gonna be getting back to a routine sometime soon. And if nothing else, I'll be celebrating with y'all on Halloween, because that'll be a combination of my streaming anniversary, or belated streaming anniversary, belated birthday, and also celebrating Spooky Month.
Oh, nice.
The podcast
Amazing.
occasionally is the time to just grab some
Watch
of
me
my
age in
friends.
real time.
Grab my friends who have like not streamed in a little bit, and like you're coming back to content right now. I appreciate you, and like it made me so happy when you volunteered to be on this episode because I was gonna ask you anyway.
I was chomping at the bit. I'm not gonna lie. I saw what was gonna be the topic, and I'm like, me, please, the mouse in your walls, please. I also just really enjoy spending time with both Atra and Mystique and all the lovely people, because I have yet to be part of any podcast, like get together, like this group of people that Atra and Mystique put together that
Aw.
hasn't always been an absolute bash of people. That's just like
Facts.
been like good vibes, solid like synergy. Everyone's having a chill time. Everyone's got like good points and topics to talk amongst themselves. Like y'all are like the bee's knees when it comes to figuring out like good chemistry amongst people, and I have never experienced anything quite like it until
Aw,
I met
thank
you
you.
and Atra and you,
I
Mystique.
love-
So thank you so much for the opportunity.
I love making YouTubers talk to each other. It is what it is.
You are the
Rainus,
best at
you're
it.
amazing. I love you so much.
Mwah,
were like-
squishes your
Yeah.
face.
Instant friends when we met.
God, that long ass talk that we had after one of the podcasts was such a good time, though. It was so good. Realizing I was like, oh man, it's so late, but I don't want to
I
hang
was like,
up.
yeah, it's 7 in the morning now. I should probably go to bed.
Long before I was a VTuber, I was a fan of Reina, so it is
Eh,
validating for
shush.
me too. Oh, you don't like put
Word
praise
up.
now, huh?
Eh.
Thank you, Reina. Kai, how about you? What you got going on?
Hi, it's me. Another YouTuber that also went on semi-hiatus and doesn't have a semblance of a schedule. I too also am working on a re-debut. It is happening. I promise. I know I've been saying that for a long time as well. However, I am trying to stream as much as I can on Fansly, and I do plan on coming back on Twitch, and I think what I'm going to do, and I mentioned this previously to my little bubs, is using Twitch, whatever tiny little revenue I get on Twitch, I'm going to be using that to do charity work towards animals. And sexy work is for Puppy Me.
Aw.
So if you want to support Puppy Me, support my titties. If you want to support real puppies, and I mean, I am a real puppy, but I mean real puppy in like
Yeah. puppy.
quotation marks. Then you know where to go and where to find me, and you want those animal facts. But yeah, maybe I should say this. So, Locktober's going on, blah blah blah. I might be, it's I guess it's on key. I am a dog after all. If you want to see me sad for the rest of October, check out my pinned on Blue site. Sad plug.
Are
Sad
you
plug.
doing Locktober right now?
Potentially, I gave like I said, I was pretty busy, so I gave my chat almost hit the goal yesterday, and I said I'll leave the goal up until Sunday, and we're like $37 away. So
That's nothing.
really
You can
sweating
totally
here.
get there.
I'm sweating, dude. I don't know. It's like one of those things where like I love. Listen, people chase the edge. People love the edge. People are at that cliff at the edge, and sometimes I'm about the bone. I want instant gratitude and
No, high five.
locking that shit up ain't doing it for me, fam. But I'll do it. I'll do it for entertainment, and that's my piece.
Hi, thank you
Peace.
so much for coming to today's podcast. You are hilarious.
I love coming here. I love
This is
coming
so
here. Invite
good.
me more. Let me pee on your couch more. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
friends.
I will let you pee on that couch. Also, where's that tip goal of yours?
Oh no! Don't do it to
Right
me.
now, definitely not.
Oh,
That's
fuck
literally
that.
where I'm looking for
Yeah,
right
I'm
now.
looking for it too.
Yeah,
Right.
right now, I was
Where
scrolling
is
through.
it?
I knew it. I knew if I didn't mention it, people would be like in my chat would be like, "Why didn't you mention it?" And I knew
Add
if I
as your
mentioned
tip
it, it would
message.
happen.
Add as your tip message for October contribution.
I'm crying. I'm crying.
Do it,
Dude. No. There's also options too. There's like levels, man. I made it like a video game. What's wrong with me?
Excuse me,
That's
more like what's right
hilarious.
with you.
Yeah, that's exactly
Hey,
the way to do it.
marketing. Don't do it.
Do it.
Guys, go check out Kai. Kai is hilarious, so funny, fucking hot, and let's get them to that goal.
I love Atra. I think he's great. Also, what the heck? This is like super neat. Like freaking who does this? Who else builds a community like this other than him? Especially with YouTubers who are freaking marginalized on the reg. So give him props always, forever.
Thank
Yes.
you, Papa Welsh. What you got going on?
I too am also on a hiatus.
That's where I'm noticing another theme.
Hiatus go.
Furries,
Hiatus go.
furries always high.
So, yeah, basically, I've been mad. Last like 5 weeks, I've been mad busy with IRL work. It kind of kicked up massively, and I've had to do a lot of traveling. So I've just gone right. I'm out for like a month or two because I was also going to be moving out, and I should have been moved out by now, but solicitors being solicitors, I have probably got to wait another 2 weeks for that. So my hiatus is probably going to wait a little bit longer after that. But once I'm moved in, internet set up, and I'm all settled in, I'll properly start up again. Try and do a little bit more streaming, because I'll obviously have a lot more time to as well, because it's the end of the like my IRL job is filming motorbikes and stuff like that. So the race season is over now, so I'll have a lot more time to focus on my online stuff and not having to work as much. So it'll be nice to do a bit of that. So a lot more is going to be coming soonish. I've got some big projects in the works, which will
Looking forward
be
to seeing those.
interesting. I've got some cool video ideas that I've got to pitch to some lovely people in this very room.
Ooh.
One is majorly overdue. Cough, Johnny, cough.
Right, it was such that prison thing I want to do.
Yes, yes.
Sorry, things got like wild with stuff, and I totally damn. Yeah,
Make sure
I
you guys
doubt
keep
it.
your
Give me about that.
notifications on.
Yeah, no, like I said, it was a thing on both of us. Like we just both got mad busy out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And so just fucking, like I said, not been streaming, not been posting much recently because I've been mad busy. But it's all coming down to a little bit of a ways. I was gonna kind of stay offline for a bit longer, but when the depth calls, you kind of have to push everything aside because it's I gotta support. Got to support
Say
the
no to Daddy
amazing,
Atra.
these amazing two people. Like the shit that these two pull to pull all this shit together is insane. And plus, every time you do, It's always a fucking laugh. I fucking love coming on this shit. Every time that I'm
Yeah,
on it,
it's
I always
always
have an
great.
absolute laugh. Because it's not even just on the podcast as well. The amount of like friends I've made just through this podcast is insane. Like, I wouldn't have met Raina through her. I wouldn't have met Yuki through her. Just loads of different people. And it's just pretty fucking interesting that you guys could pull this off. And could appreciate you guys more.
You're gonna make me cry. Well, thank
Do
you
it.
so.
Yes, I thank you all on both of our behalves.
Thank you very much. As I said,
So,
the first time you appeared on the podcast, you get it. You are the man and an absolute unit.
It's okay, Yatra. It's because I've been you, remember? We have a special connection. I've been you in a video.
We have a bond.
Welsh's Atra's soul was over there.
I've
worn
warned
your
you.
skin.
Welsh's Atra from
To
another
become
timeline.
Best bit of Chianti.
Oh my god, can I be double teamed
Oh
by
my
two
God.
Atras? That would be amazing.
That would be the
Oh my god,
best.
tag team, let's go.
Also,
Oh
Kai, how
my
do you feel about being
God.
locked up for the rest of October?
No.
Yeah, where is that
Christ.
goal? Where is it?
Sleeping.
I couldn't find him on Fancy. I was gonna
Okay,
wait till
here it
after
is.
stream to ask him it.
Brother.
Here
Oh,
in the chat.
so evil. So
Sorry.
evil.
Let's go.
Oh,
So
sorry.
evil. So
Sorry.
evil.
Oh, are we the worst?
Sorry.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm terrible.
I'm
so
gonna keep a giant
awful.
ass telescope looking right at your goals anytime you stream, and you better be fucking here on my hit list.
Oh, yeah, bring it, bitch. Let's go.
The bottom of
All my goals are just me stretching my hole. Oh, wait, sorry. I mean, stretching my goals. Stretching my goals.
No, that's
God.
Stretching my goals. Yes,
That's
I
it.
mean,
You're fine.
yes, my goal. That's it. Yes. Fuck.
Lady
You
Mystique,
can tell not been on
fucking
Twitch in a
love it.
while.
Lady Mystique, what's going on?
Well, I too. No.
Lady
I'm
Mystique's
not on
all stretching their
hiatus.
holes. Go ahead.
No, I was doing the I too am on hiatus.
Oh,
But we're all
sorry.
too focused on Johnny's hole to
Sorry.
get the but it's fine.
It's a little hard not to
No.
focus on.
I was
so
gonna
that's fair.
say, like, it's immaculate.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing.
No, it's fine.
Pristine.
I will happily take being joke cucked by Johnny's holes. Hello, I'm Lady Mystique. I'm that pink bitch that never shuts the fuck up. Currently standing on Atra's table. I mainly upload on Fansly. I make pre-recorded content. Mainly audio porn, so if you are aroused by sound, check me out. You can find all of my links at ladymystique.tv.
Thank you, Mystique. We could not do this without you. You are an invaluable contributor and facilitator to this podcast, and I appreciate you very, very much.
Thank you, honey. I appreciate you too. You're amazing.
We did have one more question from Marshmallow, and it's a very simple one. It's what's your favorite snack? So I'm gonna let you guys do one word only. What's your favorite snack? Me, those taquitos from 7-Eleven. Okay, go.
What's one word?
That's more than one word.
Goldfish.
Me and Pup out here like word keeping. Like, excuse you, sir.
Sun chips.
Sun chips, very good.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny, go.
Goldfish.
Perfect, good
The
snack.
chip, not actual fish.
I was gonna say, the fuck you on about?
Oh,
What are you eating a fish for?
What do you think? I don't know. Do you not have those in England? Oh my god, your poor, degraded culture.
I thought you just went, your paw.
Yeah, poor.
Poor.
Raina, go. Favorite
Yes,
snack,
as I
go.
established, Papa Welsh is from the other side of the tracks.
Your poor, impoverished culture. You know
Wow.
how
Other side being
local
Wales.
this is?
just cause I'm from Manny, you posh cunt.
Listen, I'm about to make Papa Welsh cringe. Listen, you wanker.
Oh,
God.
get out of here. Get
British
it out
people
of
Us
hate
talking
it.
British slang is so funny.
I'm not even British and that hurt
It's
me.
it's like when Americans say twat, they go twat. Fuck
Twat.
off. Where-
Get out of here, you
It's
twat.
twat. You got to
Like,
put emphasis on
hey
the at.
guys, I've got to go to the bogs.
The bogs.
Oh my
It's the
bogs.
fucking
I need to
shitter,
go for a
love.
Someone get me out of here.
Fuck our
It's a fucking shitter. Got to go for a piss.
You're a wanker.
Wanker.
I love how upset all my British friends get when I say that word. There's like never. Sounds so
Please.
wrong when Americans
Speaking
say
Speaking
it.
privileges removed.
Okay. Raina, favorite snack.
Gummy bears.
Perfect. Hi,
good
favorite
choice.
snack.
Any chip that's like folded perfectly, and when you bite into it and it cracks and it's like shatters.
Yeah, that's good.
That's the one.
That is good. That is a good one. Well, favorite.
Pussy.
so fast.
I heard Raina and pussy. Okay.
Either or, fine by me.
Tackles.
Okay.
Tackles.
Okay. This has been the Depth Podcast. I've been your host, Atramentum_X, variety streamer and LootTuber. You can get all my links on atramentum.inc. That's atramentum.ink. The Depths will return in November. I don't have a date planned yet, but we will.
I
check
Atram
us-
announcing my hiatus.
We're fucking part-timers, us like, aren't we? Fucking hell.
yeah, boy has to go to
Welcome to
Florida
the
in 2
third
weeks,
shift
so
streamers.
he's not.
There you go.
Not
You got
sure.
that hiatus for 2 weeks.
But when we come back, we'll be doing a podcast about the visual and appeal of your content, which was recommended by Lady Mystique. We'll be talking about non-binary and gender fluid YouTubers as well another week, and we'll see where it goes. So we've got plans. I just need to get to it and planning and such.
You need to get family stuff out the way first.
correct. But I've been your host,
Life be
Atramentum.
lifin'.
Please like and subscribe on this platform. We greatly appreciate it. And we will see you next time on The Depths. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.